Hello, world. Welcome back to MIRRORMOURN. I am your dungeon master, Esper, and we're in the middle of a dungeon, actually. And go ahead and introduce yourselves, fellows, and we'll jump in.
Hello, I'm Warsor. I play Walykos, the third level Paragon of the Trickster. Uh, and yeah, I've got some new rules to test. I'm looking forward to it.
I am Vince. I am playing the Wild Magic Vapor.
I am Nick. I am playing the new level 3 rogue. I picked. Should I say my archetype now? I don't know if should I say it now. I have picked Swashbuckler. I'm still an assassin, but I picked Swashbuckler because it's awesome and I love it.
And I'm Adam, and I'm playing Aygir, the Hobgoblin Armor Artificer, who, like the rest of the party, is also level 3.
Excellent.
We all level 3.
Greetings, as always, to our esteemed Christopher Floden, archivist and historian of our adventures. So, as Warsor mentioned there, the Paragon has received a major update. We're now on version 6, which I think is really nice. I'm feeling very optimistic about the class. So he's going to be trying out some new features here. Not incredibly different, but different enough.
Just mostly mechanical beneath the hood changes to a couple of them. They still existed before.
Mm-hmm. So you all have ventured back into the crumble and gone down beneath to the below areas. And
Vapor almost died.
That is true. Vapor had a rough moment there, but it was interesting, I will say. So before you got into this section, you were back at that arcane sanctum, let's call it, where you had originally explored. You are pretty certain that you have eradicated the last of the Balai. Then you ventured the other direction down that long corridor, giant size. This place was built by giants. And came upon an area that is in much worse condition, a condition that actually is like the majority of the crumble. A lot of it is in really bad, ruined shape. And there it is seething with some elemental fire effect. Something happened here beyond just structural damage and cracks to the stonework, right? There's elemental fire and magma seeping, and it seems to be permeating throughout the place. It's very hot, and Vapor, who guzzled or at least imbibed the troll's blood elixir and fire vulnerability, is just buckets.
He is just like, his clothing is just drenched in sweat. I'm betting at this point because of the vulnerability he has.
Maybe you legitimately look like Vapor. Sweat coming off of you in vaporous clouds wafting. Though you have not actually taken fire damage, you've managed to avoid it through luck and through cunning and through arcane tricks and a bit of wild magic curiosity. You fought, what did you fight? You fought this strange crab-like, semi-organic, semi-mechanical construct, which seemed to be somehow flinging Balai into the lava pits.
We got a first-hand look, at how it would do that. But
it tried to swing Vapor into it.
Yeah, it tried to stick these electrodes into you and like zap, fling you, propel you, but luckily you avoided the fiery doom.
So we defeated the creature, we avoided the trap, and we're retreating for now.
The trap's still there. We don't know if there's anything else in here.
Well, yeah, that's fair.
There was this giant's head statue that was spitting out. I don't remember if it spat electricity or fire. I think it spat fire.
It actually, as a matter of fact, appeared to be either fire or lightning, depending on some specific conditions we weren't sure of.
Yes. That is correct. You saw both potential in it, and it spit fire at you. The area is pretty well illuminated due to all the fire and such. The ways ahead are numerous, like there's up in there and like back in there and down here. It looks like you could go several different ways. But which way do you really want to go?
Out of here. We need to
Ouch.
rest. We've used up.
Vapor's already leaving.
Yeah.
He's not waiting for anyone else. He's just like running out of this place.
Yeah, like we say Vapor, it's like, "Are you okay, Vapor?" He's just like,
Fuck you, I'm out.
Our end goal was to defeat the Balai, and
Mm-hmm.
we've confirmed that Balai that ran away, we followed the blood trail, got shoved into lava. So at least the Balai are dealt with,
At least that.
as far as we know.
Now you all have an idea or designs on making this place a layer of your own. And
Well, this
so
place really so far had meant the fire giant laboratory arcane sanctum area.
"Yeah,
This whole
the
lava
top
thing
area."
is the
Yeah,
wild card.
this is a brand new area that we had no knowledge about or real plans for.
I think we can come back down here at a later date, but I think for now, like, we're pretty satisfied with the top area, right?
We'll re-explore it at a later time, at least after rest. I'm kind of worried that Kay never showed up for the meeting, or that I told him to meet me here.
Mhm.
So I want to go. Walykos says to the others, "I am going to head back up top and take a look around for a minute. I'll return and meet you back at your laboratory on the other side."
I was not under the impression we were staying down here, but well, that's a
thought
good
you
meeting
wished-
place anywhere.
I thought you wished to start setting up in the arcane laboratory once the Balai were dealt with.
And we are sure they are gone?
Well, then maybe you should check.
Certainly seems that way, but I have a sneaking suspicion as always. You know.
If I may put something out, it seems as though Vapor might need a bit of a rest. Seems like he got himself in a bit of a rustle there in the lava pit.
It is what happens when you directly engage with your foes, yes.
Oh, excuse me for killing a lot of things. My bad.
Oh, excuse
Aygir.
you for hiding in a corner.
Oh, at least I am a
This
smart.
bickering is pointless. Can we perhaps agree to take a rest back at the laboratory and then decide on our next move?
I think
There is
that's
a
a sound
sound.
idea.
There is, speaking of sound, there is a sound. It's something that's not immediately close to you, but you hear something moving ways farther in of this dungeon. It
Oh, like
sounds
in the
like-
lava?
It sounds like metallic, mechanical movements, but distinctly like a creature moving, not a rhythmic machine that just does the same. It's something is moving around.
Does it
Perhaps-
sound like it's getting louder, i.e., closer?
Well, do you wanna wait and listen?
I know Adriel, if he hears this, he's gonna
I-
look at everyone and say,
It's
I
not
think
like
it-
it's
I
not
think it- I
immediately
think-
rushing faster, closer to you. I can
Adriel-
say that.
Adriel's just gonna, when he hears that, he's gonna say, I think it might be best for us to discuss this at the in the top area where there's not as much lava and machines.
Yeah, Aygir will listen. He will not wait and listen. However, as per his character flaw, he will probably be the last one
Last
to
one.
actually start walking, just so he can get a better idea of what it sounds like.
So everyone's kind of walking back, and Aygir's kind of
It's just
sticking
like-
a little bit back.
All right,
Aygir, come on.
I understand that Vapor
Vapor's
is,
gonna find like the coolest place in that upper passageway and just lay down on the stone.
oh yeah. So Vapor has said, to hell with this place, which is somewhat hellish for you, in fact. And then everyone is retreating for their good reasons. Aygir is the last to retreat out. Does Aygir do anything in particular?
Do I get
One
any
last
idea, like, of the directionality of the sound and if it's, approaching?
Sure.
That's what I'm doing,
Check.
is just listening.
Yeah. Make a perception check.
Alrighty. Oh, that's not wonderful to start the session off. I believe that's a 9. Yeah, that's a 9.
Okay, so you don't discern any other details or characteristics to the sound beyond what I've already said.
All right.
But nothing comes rushing out to you. So,
Well, either way, he is
Yeah.
legging it now.
Okay. So the lot of ye decide, let's go back up top, and we can talk up there about what the next step is. So everyone goes back through the corridor. There's a diagonal curve, and then you're going the other, kind of a 90-degree from the other way. And then after a time, there's that crack in the wall that you hop down from. You climb up through the crack and squeeze your way back to the
Well,
surface.
Walykos is going that way. I thought everyone else was going to continue on to the
Yeah.
laboratory.
To the arcane sanctum.
Walykos himself is just going off to do
I need
something
to-
Okay, Walykos
curious.
is going up top.
Yeah, I want to see if maybe Kay was scared of, like he saw too many people or something. So
Yeah, Adriel will also go to the arcane area. He's kind of curious
Okay.
what this laboratory is.
Sure, and Vapor as well, right? Okay, so you
Vapor
three-
probably will, as long as there's no more fire he has to deal with.
Well, there's that fire trap. Just don't walk in that.
Well, no, he's letting Adriel go first.
All right, so the three of you go back, along the whole extent of the long corridor, back into what we're going to call it the arcane sanctum. Walykos goes through the crevice back up to
Aygir, I assume you're going to turn off the trap and everything.
The acid trap.
No, the fire trap.
Yeah. Before they go into the actual lab, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
no, just walk right through it. It'll be fine.
Well, I was asking, it's like, I don't know, maybe you'll just let Adriel kill
How
himself.
does Adriel know about that trap?
No, he doesn't.
Because you told him.
Oh, okay. All right.
We should
No,
probably
Aygir-
square that away
Aygir is-
now. Has Aygir told Adriel and Walykos about everything in the sanctum?
I thought we agreed.
I thought we
that-
agreed on that, earlier.
I mean, yeah, he'll definitely have mentioned the acid trap. I don't know about the fire for sure. That seems
Tell
like
us, what would you hold back? Is there anything that you're holding back? And then we'll assume that we know everything that are.
I think the fire trap is something he hasn't mentioned, not intentionally that way. Just it's the last thing he forgot to tell them about because he was telling them about relevant information to the Balai. That
So-
said,
Tell them about it now.
he will stop Adriel if he's going to get too close to it and say, let me do this first.
I mean,
There's another trap there.
like you'd be going to the switch first, so you wouldn't even need to worry about walking.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah. That's fine.
Okay, so Aygir has the hexatiles, one for the acid orb chamber, and then one for the workshop area.
I thought
which
actually it was
has
the same. It just
there we
has
go,
two sides.
there we go, the
Yeah.
hexatile. Yeah, it has the acid side and the fire side. Thank you. And you make sure the fire trap, the fire walls are deactivated as well. And you're looking around the workshop. Are you organizing and cleaning? What's your main thing here?
Well, if it can be done without too much strenuous effort so as to not void the idea of a rest, Aygir is actually going to go start collecting large-ish stones and pieces of rubble and things that can be either cyclopeanly arranged or mortared together to form a bit of a cairn that he's going to go to the chamber where his friends D'Amico and Elowin met their sorry end and start interring what remains.
To be fair,
remains.
D'Amico met his end outside, almost like in the corridor.
True, yes.
Adriel would like to sort of maybe take a good look at like all the stuff in the laboratory, seeing if he can find any like nooks and crannies or like any hidden areas, things like that. Just looking around.
Adriel,
He's consistent.
I hope you're not touching anything.
No,
Don't
don't
touch
worry.
anything, Adriel. It could hurt you.
Don't worry. I know what I'm doing, Aygir.
That's a laugh.
Oh yes, I'm sure it's a laugh. Go ask Vapor if he knows what he's doing when he's fighting things.
Aygir continues collecting stones.
Yeah.
All right. So I haven't placed the tokens because I don't think it really matters. I'm only really pulling the map up just for our own orientation purposes. So this would be the actual workshop right there. And there's the hexatile control panel there. And then we all know, of course, the acid chamber here. and the panel there. The spot where brave Elowin met his demise was here in what you all have deemed the hive, which I think is an appropriate term. And then, as Warsor pointed out, D'Amico's tragic end was somewhere in this corridor here. And Aygir, you began collecting stones and what you see fit to make some cairns in tribute and remembrance of your brave allies who
Yeah,
fell.
if this is becoming like a lair of ours, then obviously that room is going to be a proper tomb. Anything that remains in there is getting buried. If D'Amico is nowhere to be found, then he'll at least get a cenotaph. There will be a proper statue. It will be nice stone, or it will be bronze. It'll have a plaque. It'll be just great.
Nope.
Little like
Do you
flower
need-
pot, incense burner. But for right now, yeah, he's just gonna build like, the
you
actual.
need-
Vapor
What would you
promised to bring
cover?
back the armor of. Damn, I'm blanking on your name.
Elowin.
Elwin's armor and his weapon back if he can.
Okay, yeah, I was just about to ask that if you guys were actually going to sort of, for lack of a better word, loot our bodies. I can pull up my old character sheet if you guys want to take
See,
it.
At
we're not
least-
evil rogues. There is no looting going on, only entombing. Thank you very much.
I would just,
Well, just the so Vapor's only getting the weapons and armor for Adriel. Or
from
Elowin.
Elowin. Yeah.
Elowin, I'm sorry, man.
That's good.
Elowin to take back to his family. Specifically his mom and brother. And other than that, he's not touching anything on those bodies.
Okay.
What you find are no organic remains, not even bones, but they're personal effects. The armor and the sword, the clothing, stuff that's not consumable is either where they fell or strewn nearby.
Well, then that will be collected into a distinct pile for each of them, and just kind of maybe buried under a loose floor stone, which on top of it will be packed further stones that can fit together, such that eventually, once I have the time to like mix up some mortar, I can turn that into a platform on which to build some statues of them and plaques, flower pots, incense burners.
If it matters, while you're looking through the body, you would find Elowin's signet ring. That's his family's signet ring. So if that's relevant.
That would be a good thing to bring back.
Yeah, so you have you would find like his signet ring, his long sword, his armor, things like that. But yeah, the signet ring.
Yeah,
might be
I
relevant,
was thinking more of the armor and the monster, but if we find the signet ring, that would also be
He also did have a shield as well that also had his house's signet on it as well. So
yeah. So, he'd probably leave the shield just so they would have something to bury here.
That could be part of his statue.
Yep.
Yeah, which could be used to market. But the sword and the armor, he definitely promised.
you also
Isn't
find a rock that used to be illuminated. The illuminated rock.
You spend a time, I'm imagining this is taking a while as you are gathering the personal effects and working on the beginnings of the crypt. So during all that's, I'm sure that's at least a short rest worth of time. So during that time, simultaneously, Walykos is up top, and you come up through the crevice and open this, essentially a stone slab that's just, it's fallen in place. It's not actually a constructed thing. And you pry that open a bit, squeeze your way out, seal it shut, and something that probably no one would notice if you didn't know to pull open that one specific rock at that one specific spot. It's inconspicuous.
Yeah, for sure.
A chunk of rubble really is all it is.
Yep.
And you go up there. Are you hanging close to the entrance? Are you walking around?
I'm gonna look around a little bit because Kay wouldn't know where to go specifically, but he should be in the area if he told me he was coming to the meeting. So I'm gonna go looking for him in the immediate vicinity.
You look for a time and when you after some time, you imagine round this pile of rubble that's part of a collapsed giant wall, and you come nearly face to face with a soldier, an elven soldier, who's wearing some standard issue armor with the sigil of House Drakestone with its drake crest on it, and crested helmet, spear and shield, and it's just the one soldier that you see, and he stops. Oh there.
Hello.
It's a dangerous place to be alone.
I'm simply plying my trade. I come here. Sometimes you can find exotic birds and such. I am of House. Sorry. Mantlevale, I think. Yeah. And I'm their bird keeper.
I see, Birdkeeper of Mantlevale.
Yes.
Though there is more than merely exotic birds to be found in a place such as this. You are not a treasure hunter?
Treasure hunter. What sort of treasure would be found in a place such as this?
Don't play so foolish. Everyone knows relics and baubles, gold from Eaberg of yore. Much of it has been plucked out of it, though. It's slim pickings these days for treasure hunters in the Crumble. Had any success?
I can't say that I have found any treasure as of yet, but perhaps I just have been looking in the wrong places.
Is this a deception check?
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with deceit. Like,
Yeah.
it's.
He
Have I actually found treasure though? Just to be clear, I'm trying to think: am I lying unintentionally here? Like, did I find some treasure that you remember that I'm not remembering?
Perhaps the treasure is perhaps
personally at this exact location. I don't think so, though.
Yeah.
I genuinely was asking if you were trying to bluff him.
I feel like I'm trying to bluff him. That's
Yeah.
my intention, to just
Yeah.
tell a story that I'm
His-
just here
his
for. Yeah.
Steely blue elven eyes.
Yeah.
Meet your own gaze.
Deception check rolling.
Walykos has found the treasure of
22.
friendship.
Did your allies meet some sort of demise, or did you come here solo?
Oh, I have a friend. He's around here somewhere, but we like to split up, and we'll make a bird call to summon each other if we find anything of interest. A nest of eggs, for example, would be very valuable. One can train a young bird. It's much harder with a older bird, a wild bird.
Well, I must admit my knowledge in the ways of birds is most limited, young retainer of Mantlevale. Well, I will take your word for it.
If I may ask, that is the crest of Drakestone, yes?
None other. It
Are
gives me
you,
pride. It gives me pride to wear these colors, even at this dire moment. It would seem that Barnacle is intent on gnashing its own tail. You were present at the recent.
I witnessed from afar what was going on. I was not in the thick of it, as it were, but I heard and saw from a distance. Are you a knight? You wear the garb of a soldier, but to be here alone is uncommon for a soldier, unless you are some special task or errand.
Well, my squad as well are wont of employing the same tactic you had mentioned. We spread out. We are currently looking for a concealed hideout for a assassin, or I should say rather a faction of killers. We are uncertain if the Night Stalker is related to the one who threw the poisoned dart into the Duke's breast, whether they are separate entities or related, we are dead set on rooting them out.
I thought the Night Stalker was just some killer who worked alone. That's what I heard, but perhaps there's some sort of conspiracy, is what you're saying that
It has
Drakestone
the
believes?
makings of a conspiracy, and
Hmm.
we have a lead that there might be a secret hideout here. You haven't seen anything that
I have
aroused your
not.
suspicions?
No, I've heard there are ruins all over the place from the Giants' time, but I have not seen anyone except for you and my companion. And aside from that, I have not even seen your companions in my wanderings. So you must be canvassing quite a large area.
That we are. That we are. Well, he looks this way and that at the chunks of scattered rock and blasted ramparts.
Would it be? I
It
do not
seems
wish.
though we might be looking for a needle in a haystack.
You are correct. If is Drakestone ordering people to stay away from this area? I don't want to be, doing improper things. If House Mantevale is an ally and a sworn vassal
No,
to
no,
Drakestone.
only a lead, and not a very solid one, I must admit.
Well, if I do see anyone suspicious hanging about, am I looking for my trade? I will be sure to report it. Who is your commanding knight or officer or such?
Why, it is none other than Humphrey Deblis.
You said Humphrey.
Humphrey Deblis, yes.
Do I know who that is, Esper?
Make an insight check.
To see if he's bullshitting.
This is Kay you're talking to, right?
17.
You get a hunch that he is attempting to give a moniker to this individual and not give you the real name.
Humphrey Devlis. That sounds familiar, but not quite right. Was he a knight? Is he part of Drakestone's house, or is he one of the guard?
No, strictly administrative, working at the main post outside of Longcastle. You can find him there.
Outside Longcastle. Okay. Well, if I find any hideaways or any suspicious people hanging about here who might be up to no good, I'd be sure to report it to him outside Longcastle.
Any information you could provide would be appreciated, and we will see it ourselves through this dark time as we have many, many times before.
If I may ask, this lead that sent you this way, you said it wasn't a very solid lead. Is there...
No, I'm afraid it's not.
Is there any other leads on this Night Stalker that anyone else has been coming forward with?
He uncorks a water skin.
Mm-hmm.
Wipes some sweat from his brow. I'm afraid it's not something that I can reveal at the moment, but rest assured, House Drakestone is putting our every effort and attention and resource to this matter. We are not grasping at straws. We have paths, but they are obscured paths.
Well, if any of my House Mantevale knights or friends can be of use in tracking them down, I'm sure that we would all sleep easier at night, knowing that the Night Stalker has been dealt with.
Yes, well, people are starting to shut themselves away in their houses. The city is closing up like a crab retreating into its shell. But we can't have a society of hermits. That's not built to last. It was fortuitous that I made your acquaintance this day. I hope that at some point you can turn out at least a clue that would help us.
Where are my manners? I haven't even introduced myself. I haven't your name or given mine. I am Walykos of friend of House Mantevale, the bird keeper. You can find me at Sorry, I was looking to see if I had written down the name of the district.
I don't think we have the name for the district where
District is Storm Tower, is it not?
Storm Tower.
Storm Tower, yeah.
Yeah, you can find Mantevale's house in Storm Tower.
Oh, I am well aware. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Walykos the bird keeper.
And
I
you
am
are
Baxter. I am Baxter Drakestone.
Baxter. Oh, actually, not just a soldier, but related to the family themselves.
Well, don't feel too starstruck. I am but a soldier.
Well, we all can't be the scions of the house.
He says that, and you give a glance, and he has well-made equipment. His spear, he has a sword, he has a shield, crested helm, nice clothes. So it's it's fine, like Castle Forge stuff.
He's obviously not like firstborn name drop or anything like that. But do I know?
He is not. No.
Yeah. Is he like someone of note, or is he just like somebody's son in the house of Drakestone?
He's not. You wouldn't say he's of note. You have a rough notion, like he's like the grandson of a third cousin of the Duke.
It's like if I was looking at the tree, I could probably hit the right side of the tree where he's from. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
He takes another swig off of his wineskin.
Yeah.
Best of luck to you in your bird hunting.
I hope that it will be profitable, and I wish you the best of luck too, as I said. So I will look around, see if I can find.
He walks past you.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And makes his way along.
I'll,
make a perception check, Walykos.
Yep. See if K is around here. +3, 16.
It takes you some time, and after a while, you might even get a little frustrated or disappointed and start heading back, and then you hear a whistle. And you look, and there's a voice coming from, behind, a fallen rock slab thing, a chunk of the rubble here in this blasted section.
Mm-hmm.
You should be careful who it is you reveal information to. The voice of Corgaine is unmistakable.
Corgaine, is that you? I've been looking for you.
And I've been watching you.
I figured you might be. So you watched the encounter with Baxter Drakestone, I take it.
I saw it all, yes.
Well, it would have been more suspicious to try and hide things. I feel obfuscating the truth with, a little truth was less suspicious.
Yes, of course. Well, we all know that the most devious lies come packaged in the truth. But I will leave that to your better discretion. And he comes walking out from behind the high rubble pile, wearing a long and not really good quality, but voluminous robe, kind of like this long, tattered, clothy robe, a wide-brimmed, floppy hat, and a bird mask, which is not quite the same as yours. It's like a different bird. It's a crane-looking thing.
Yeah.
What do you think I got inspired by your mask?
I think it looks quite good on you. Perhaps you would
You see long gray hair coming out the back of it,
mm-hmm.
and you just make out bits of skin, but you can't see much of his skin. You've really never got a great, proper
Well-
Actually, he always looks different. He's
I
always
was about to
disguised
say
himself.
he pulled a mask off last time. He was like an old man and whatnot. So it's pretty fair to say he's a master of disguises. So, well, Corgaine.
Please excuse
Yeah.
my delay in arriving here.
You're fine. I understand. It sounds like there was a patrol in the area that might have complicated things.
Actually, it was not that. I got rather absorbed into something that I was looking into, a matter that I was looking into. I'll tell you more about it. Is this the right way to the?
Yeah, follow me.
the
I'll
location?
show you a place where we can speak without being stumbled upon.
Let us then.
And I show him to the rock, and then I move the rock so he can see the passage, and we go in.
I
The
never
rock.
would have caught that.
It is quite ingeniously just concealed, and well, it's to my knowledge not been found yet by any except us who are down here, my companions and I. So
He nods his head, looks impressed. Excellent, excellent. It gives me that wonderful, tingly feeling of excitement.
well, come with me. We should go meet them in the giant's arcane sanctum.
Arcane sanctum. You do know how to find the most interesting of locations.
I didn't find it, but through chance, Adriel and myself were included in securing it
Oh,
just not long before you arrived.
then I should give the compliments to your allies when we meet them here. They are down there. That's what you're saying.
Correct. Aygir and Vapor, they are the ones who founded this hideaway.
So it sounds like you're all meeting up, all joining up.
Quick
Yep.
question. Can I get my gents to sort of look around the laboratory? Because I assume I was doing that while Aygir and Vapor were doing the thing with Elwyn and D'Amico, right?
Yeah. So let's Walykos and Corgaine are arriving as you're doing that, and you've all kind of finished up that first step of the crypt that you described.
Do I find anything? Do I find like a magic potion that makes my strength like 20? 25?
Well, let's see how high you roll. Give me an investigation check.
All right, I get +2 to this. Ah, it's pretty good. 17.
So there's no secret or hidden things that you turn up, though there are different cabinets and shelves in the workshop area. Aygir has rummaged through a lot of it already, and prior to him, obviously someone else had rummaged through it. They're thinking it was the giants in their last desperate hurrah as they were being beset upon by the Balai, back when apparently the Balai were great in number. So there is let's see, Aygir has pulled out the most valuable things. So I would say there's scrap. A lot of what you're finding is scrap or maybe common base materials. You don't find anything that's of semi-precious or precious value.
Okay.
Metals, minerals, glass, etc. Base, mundane, scrap, and material.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna pick any of that. So.
And there's quite a bit of it, so it totals up to some pretty heavy bags of stuff. If you were to collect it all.
Yeah, no, I don't think I'll collect it all.
Maybe you could help Aygir organize it.
I could. I won't, but I could.
Leave the bits. Some of it would be actually rusted scrap metal. Other bits would be proper ingots and other things that are.
How much
are very useful.
is there an ingot that's worth anything that I see? Is there any
Well, sure. I mean, they'll all have some value. An ingot of iron will have some kind of value, but it's not the weight of it is not going to be
it's not like gold.
It's not going to equal copper even in its weight.
Yeah, I won't.
Maybe there's some fine quality steel that's worth its weight in copper or silver.
I think I'll just leave it. I think although I maybe could take some and sell it, it's probably more useful to Aygir, and I don't think Adriel wants to lug a lot, lug.
It is useful for
Yeah.
supplies in a workshop area.
Yeah, and I don't think Adriel really wants to lug this stuff around, so he'll just leave it be.
You find 2 empty vials. That one has a slight reddish residue to the liquid inside, and one has a slight purplish residue.
Is this the one is this the stuff that Aygir shoved down his throat? I'm gonna sort of pick it up and kind of look at it a little bit. And I think Aygir, you've hinted a little bit at doing something to Vapor before. Did that ever happen in I don't know if that ever happened.
No, Vapor is straight up said.
Yeah, okay, it was Vapor who said it then. Okay. So
Yeah.
So I feel, could Adriel put this together? Is this something that Adriel might be able to put together? There's empty vials. They were here. Vapor was talking about Aygir shoving something down his throat.
There's a real sharp, funky smell still kind of wafting out of the vials,
Yeah.
and maybe at one point Vapor belched and it smelled similar.
Yeah. So I'm looking at these and kind of putting 2 and 2 together and just going. So and I just kind of say this to myself so that's why he's such a dick.
Oh no, he's always a dick. It's just
No, I know. Yeah.
It's enhanced now.
It's been enhanced.
The 3 of you hear footsteps and low voices approaching, and arriving here in the workshop is Walykos and an older man, maybe with long gray hair, a long wide-brimmed hat with a floppy top part, a crane-like bird mask, and this kind of semi-ragged, long, voluminous robe that even tails along the floor behind him.
Seeing this, Adriel will sort of approach a little bit, with his hand sort of on the hilt of his rapier, not drawing it because it seems like Walykos is with this guy, but just in case, he walks up and goes, Walykos, who do you have here with you?
I trust you have a good reason for bringing someone down here.
Hello. I am Corgaine, Makel. Have no fear. Walykos and I have known each other for some time.
Yes, but we haven't known you for any time.
No, I think I trust Walykos here. If Walykos trusts the man, then I trust the man.
I trust he has a good reason for it. Do explain.
I do. Corgaine here has information that may be of great use to us concerning the giants that once inhabited this city, as well as the Night Stalker.
I have come to Barnacle, returned after a great amount of time. There are happenings that concern me. And I think that the situation in Barnacle might actually be worse than we realize. Walykos, have you spoke to them of him?
I have
Him?
not.
This might be the opportune moment then.
You say him. Who is he? Who is he that is him? And why?
Well, he has a name. He has a name.
There was.
It is a name that gives me great displeasure in uttering.
Oh, one of
he is-
those.
Luckily, you have not encountered him yourself. Otherwise, you might tread with more caution around the topic.
I'm guessing, based on the way you are talking, this is one that locally is called the Night Stalker.
It's worse than that.
No.
He is Bale Vonder, Bale being a title. Are you familiar with this title by chance?
Would Adriel know about this?
You can make history checks.
No, would Walykos just a quick question? Would Walykos have told Adriel about Bale before?
No, I don't think that we covered Bale.
All right.
Because I know about Corgaine.
Corgaine, yeah, because that touched on how I came back.
Okay. I'll do you said a history check?
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
everybody.
I got a 3. Vapor is frustrated with this entire adventure and is just not able to focus on pulling this stuff out of his memory. And it's like, nah, whatever.
I got a 15 history check.
I actually got a 20. Not natural, but a 20.
Okay, so Adriel and Aygir are both familiar with the title, and perhaps Aygir even knows a bit more about it. So Bale was a title given to a, I'm not going to say rank, because that's not the right way to put it. We'll say a role of giant in their days of yore when they were the masters of Eaberg. And giants still are masters of big parts of the world of MIRRORMOURN. Keep in mind, we're just on Haven Isle, where elves finally won won an incursion against the giants. So Bale is something like, think of it kind of like an overlord, mage overlord, mage dark knight overlord. It's hard to equate it to player character classes.
Kind of an overseer of a territory, maybe?
Like a governor, essentially?
Except not a public head figure, but more of a behind-the-scenes dark lord.
So like
the puppet master.
A puppet master, sure. We might
or
call
an
it
archbishop.
What was the guy's name again? Bale who?
Well, Vonder's his name, but Bale Vonder would be the title.
Yeah.
So, and then Aygir, you would know a bit more about it. Like they used to actually control clandestine sects of assassins and warriors and dark mages. It's sort of the dark magic branch of giantdom, of gianthood, and they were dreaded and feared and treacherous, and they're a bit of an obscure corner of giant history because, well, they were a shadowy league, right? So with that in mind, Corgaine is talking about one Bale Vonder.
Bale Vonder. So a giant.
Yes.
This is an entity, a living entity. He did not perish in the war, and he has a lair of his own.
And he is that old?
West of here. He is quite old, yes, that is true, though do not conflate that with meaning decrepit.
If you don't mind me asking, why does
is strong.
If you don't mind me asking, what does this Bale Vonder have to do with us? What?
Well, he wants revenge, and those that are aligned with him are seeking revenge. As far as they are concerned, the siege of Eaberg is not over. The war here is not finished. The elves might have won decisive victories, but on a longer time scale, they are going to eventually win the war in the end. He has a few giants in his company, though they are underground. The Night Stalker is one of his apprentices. Perhaps one of his greatest apprentices.
It's a giant.
Walykos.
You mean to tell me the Night Stalker that's sneaking around at night murdering people is giant?
I don't believe that he is a giant, though we cannot entirely rule it out. He might possess some manner of magic that allows him to reduce his size.
Perhaps he is a half-giant?
But if the Night Stalker is who I believe he is, and who Walykos believes he is an elf.
Now,
Walykos for a time was I hesitate to say captive. You did not begin as captive. No, you began as so many others do. With the ambition for power, the ambition for a path, a solution to your problems in life.
If you don't mind me...
But it became like a prison after a time, once you decided that it was going to lead you to places that weighed awfully and heavily upon your conscience.
There was a time when I thought that it was not evil. It was not an unreasonable path. For what did I care whether elf or giant was in charge of the politics of the city, Barnacle? But that was before I realized how well, how lustful for revenge Bale Vonder was, what lengths he was willing to go through to cause such mass destruction and chaos.
If you don't mind me being a bit skeptical, Mr. Corgaine or Mr. Mikkel, it seems a bit strange to me that an elf is apprenticed to a giant and killing other elves. Just seems a bit unorthodox.
Well, how do you mean? An elf just attempted to kill an elf a few days ago.
Yes, but that was a bit more of
Political?
Political, yes, but this is more of the fate of a war. It seems like seems a bit strange that an elf would side with the giants who have oppressed them.
Now, not to take too
Unless
much
that's
pleasure in
elf
contradicting you,
was-
Adriel, but do you not also kill elves?
Yes, but I am not an elf. I am a human.
Oh, right. I always forget that sometimes. Humans, elves, what's the difference?
And also,
Hatred is a bitter seed, and it takes root deep within one's heart, and it can cause one to betray even those that otherwise should be kith and kin.
And I was an elf too. Do not forget that.
I'll sort of
I
glance
do,
over to
just
I'll
for
sort
a-
of
just
glance
for a
over to
second,
Walykos.
Hold on one second. I do want to say something. I know it's kind of meta, but I think it will help the role play. Bear in mind that MIRRORMOURN is largely an elven world. It's largely giant as well. So elves might not quite have that perspective of like, I'm an elf fighting an elf. They're just people.
Oh
right?
no, that's
Yeah.
not what I was thinking of. I was thinking more of like I know I'm metaing a little bit. I was thinking more in the sense that like an elf fighting an elf is that makes sense, right? That would happen. But like an elf fighting an elf for a giant seemed a bit strange since the giants enslaved them. Like that's what Adriel's sort of questioning. Like it seems odd that they would side with a giant.
Also, for those watching who don't already know, elves are essentially the default inhabitants of this particular part of the setting. Everybody else is some sort of a minority or an outsider. So, like the entire party, being a hobgoblin, an inner Genasi, what apparently used to be an elf, and a human, are all unusual types around here.
And
So
even Vapor in the world is a human, right?
Yeah.
You are in the world. You're a human, but like your behind the scenes stats are Genasi.
So I guess does it make sense that Adriel, like what Adriel's questioning, like he's questioning the oddity that someone that like they're following someone who enslaved their people. Like that just seems a bit strange to me. Yeah.
Yes, it is betrayal of a high degree. Some would say insurrection of the largest, of the highest degree.
Are the giants perhaps
not really?
Are the giants perhaps? Oh, sorry, I'll let you go.
It's not always betrayal of the highest degree. There are reasons for one thing or another. Out in the steppes, we all have to work together. And if one person doesn't pull their weight,
if I may,
that's not betrayal, it's laziness. But for an elf to side with a giant, there's always a reason behind something.
If I may.
Yes, clearly he seeks to wreak his revenge upon those who he believes have wronged him or should be annihilated. The fact that they are of his same blood, or at least birth, race, it only adds fuel to the fire.
Perhaps Bale is promising some kind of clemency or reward for what he's doing, giving him a position of power if the giants win.
There's any number of reasons why an individual might be tempted to take on this, but I'll tell you this much. Whoever this Night Stalker is, they've been warped, changed by what Bale has done to them. And I'm sure that they justified it to themselves that any price that they had to pay was worth some revenge or something upon Drakestone or the great houses of elves. I'm sure that some people would give up anything if they saw it as the means to take power and avenge themselves.
Yes, one such as Bale looks to exploit those who have been hurt, those who have been mistreated, the outcasts and the abused, broken souls. Those are the ones that he can most easily distort and twist to his own design. And Walykos himself here is a testament to the curses which Bale Vonder commands that can turn a person into something that not so much resembles their former self.
Well, if Bale is the one responsible for Walykos's illness, then I have nothing more to say. Let us find him, slay him, fix my friend.
Yes, well, that is the idea, but if only it were so simple.
Do you have any leads? Do we know of any place perhaps where they are meeting?
Oh,
Perhaps we can find the Night Stalker.
I have been embroiled and entangled with such thoughts since my arrival in Barnacle a short few days ago, and I do have some additional things that I would like to tell you. Before I do, I don't want what we have just said now to escape us. Walykos paid a terrible price for not becoming the Night Stalker.
Well,
This is the curse that was afflicted upon him as punishment, for he refused to don that dark mantle.
Well, I tend to not work with those that I don't get paid for, but if it is to help my friend Walykos, then you have my trust. I will not divulge the information that you share here.
You should know that what happens down here in these halls, under pain of death, stays down here.
That is a very severe pain. Well,
what do you want us to do?
Well, we should talk about that. There is much to discuss. As I mentioned, I believe the situation in Barnacle is actually worse than strictly the Night Stalker and strictly political, social tensions, violence even. Drakestone and Merocrat, these are branches connected to a much larger and greater entity. I believe multiple agents of Bale Vonder have already infiltrated the city. Not just the Night Stalker. Sure, he is one, and perhaps he is, for now, the most deadly. But I believe there are others that go unsuspected otherwise, but are in various positions throughout the city and can make decisions that further the plots of Bale Vonder.
Do you know the identity of any of these individuals?
I have some suspicions, but I do not know the identity. That is what I am working on. It is not easy for me to gather information on this topic, even with my talents and tricks.
Set us to attend to one of them, and we'll find any evidence if there is such to be found.
If any suspicions you have, we can question them.
Or look for evidence of incrimination in their home.
You are willing to risk yourselves for this end?
Well, it's not a risk if I don't get caught.
There is a risk of you getting caught, and there is a risk of everything is at risk if you go this route. Though not doing anything might put you at equal or even greater risk in the long run.
Not doing anything. It has
to be a choice that you make. No one can force this upon you.
I would not have made the offer if I was not prepared to. I cannot speak for these other companions, but I cannot afford to wait and see what happens with Bale being the chess master moving the pieces on the board. We need to elevate ourselves to see the entire board,
And
so we can
Walykos,
beat him.
and of course, Walykos, you know that I stand by you.
In
I
truth,
know.
Walykos, I had thought to perhaps maybe stay down here a while, get out of Barnacle for a while, wait for the whole conflict to blow over, just, keep a low profile until things were calm and the grove sheen flowing again. But
If you wish to remain here and set up a workshop, we can use you as allies. You do not have to take the risk with us necessarily.
if you are an invested part of this conflict, though, who would I be to not lend my hand to help?
Oh.
You are,
That's
after
pretty
all, one of the more unusual people I've ever met, but have given no indication to you are anything but trustworthy and dependable. More so than that one, at least.
I'm sorry if me saving your friend Vapor wasn't trustworthy enough.
I never said that was not heroic on your part, but
Aygir,
there is no balance of right and wrong. Saving him does not make up for almost killing a goblin girl. It
Aygir,
does not work that way.
Aygir.
Yes.
I have not met many of your kind, but I appreciate your words.
On the step, a man's word is his law.
More
It's
than
cold.
I perhaps deserve. But if you're willing to go the distance with myself and Adriel, we may be able to prevent a great many people from suffering under the heel of Bale Vonder here in Barnacle. If we can find out who his agents are, what their plans were, we could put into motion, we could stop them, and perhaps even stop the greater plan that Bale is trying to enact here in the city.
It's there. The greater plan. There's more than one tentacle on this mutapod.
It is not simply the Night Stalker. It is not simply the political rivalry between the Merocrats. These are all just pieces. They're a tactic on a chessboard that he is using while he goes after the king, whatever his goal is that he is trying to accomplish.
Yes, I think it's best for us to not be part of this game and to sort of deal with the issues at hand.
And not to throw a cloud of dirt in your broth, but what is in it for me?
Perhaps if we assist and stop this Night Stalker, I'm sure Drakestone will give us a reward.
Are you implying that perhaps Bale Vonder seeks things beyond just Barnacle? He would expand his influence?
I've known you for a week or so now, Aygir. Bale Vonder, being a Bale as he is an overseer, he has a great many things, old things, giant things, from the time when they've ruled that you might be interested in. Perhaps history books or even artifacts that you could claim for yourself and take with you back to your wherever you take such things.
Perhaps study them in this
in a museum. This belongs in a museum.
Yeah, but perhaps study them here in your new laboratory.
Who am I to argue against you, Walykos? You had the old giant stuff.
This location here in which we are standing, you intend on this being your enclave?
It is hidden from the prying eyes of the above, is it not?
There is another section which we have not secured, a place of lava and construct, creatures. But they do not venture into this portion of the underground passages.
Yes, and I'm sure that we can uncover the secrets of the under areas of this layer at a later date. Vapor, though, you have been quite silent in this discussion. Are you with us?
I have no love for the elves ruling over us with their snobbish tones and upturned noses at everything. But I'd rather live under them than the boot of a giant.
Well
Giant's
said.
boot is very heavy.
Agreed. We've already seen one skeleton, and I'd rather not see a living one step on us. I'll join you, Walykos, in this.
There is
Perhaps
more.
this
There is
bond will
more.
have
We must
answers
speak of
to
more.
other things that we need.
And perhaps we don't meet any fire giants.
Corgaine, tell us what you know.
There is more, though we will come back to the topic of this enclave of sorts that you are starting to claim. There is another cause for concern outside of Barnacle, and it might be even greater than what is happening here. And as Walykos has stated, we must make good decisions on where we turn our attention. Barnacle is a hotbed, and there is much to resolve here. But that could possibly distract us from something that, on a broader scale, is of greater gravity. A little pebble peck told me in my recent investigating that a party of Bale Vonder's agents is making preparations for an expedition. An expedition to Blackrock Isle. Some of you, or you all, must be acquainted or familiar with what this location is.
Are we?
Perhaps.
Yeah,
Perhaps we are.
I imagine that everyone at least knows of Blackrock Isle. It's
Okay.
an island it's like the southernmost island of Haven Isle, away from not the big main island, but it's a smaller one. And
What was it called again?
everyone would at least know there was a giant citadel there. There was some big battle that went catastrophic back in the siege of Eoburg. And it's supposedly this like dangerous haunted place, but maybe there's old giant treasure there.
And what was it
That's
called
like the
again?
general thing that all the kids know. If you want to make history checks, we can go a little bit further.
Aygir certainly might potentially know something.
I don't think Aygir-
Surprisingly, Vapor might know something as well with this 16.
All right, Vapor's finally calming down and
Yeah, all these talks of giants, he has the rage is slowly focusing onto this. He needs to think on how he could deal with this.
I got a 12.
I got a rock. All right, so it sounds like 16 with Vapor is the one who rolled a number of note. Okay, so kind of a moderate success. Maybe you would know a little bit more. There was a giant citadel there called Suther Vigil. I'll put the name in the comment section down here. Suther Vigil, old giant citadel on Blackrock Isle. All right, so yeah, there was a citadel there. Nowadays, it would be a ruin. And yeah, during the war, during the siege of the elves, there was some explosion or some giant spell that happened there, and the general idea that is like the giants were getting sieged for an extended period of time. It was a very well fortified citadel, but they were slowly losing the siege, slowly losing a war of attrition, you could say. And instead of just losing to the elves and letting the elves have the island, they did this explosion or something as a suicide, a self-destruct. So basically, if we can't hold this island, then nobody can have it. And they did something. And yeah, it's kind of a myth place. There's legends and ghost stories about it, and people call it like an accursed place. Like, you don't go to Blackrock Isle. No one goes there. Like, literally no one goes there. And also, like, you should not go there. No one wants to go there because it's like this spooky ruined place. And some people say it's covered in poison gas. Some people say it's covered in like the wraiths of giants. Some say there's like mutant monster. Every kid has their ghost story about it.
Yeah.
But, there's always that other part of the story that's like, and below the darkest dungeons of the ruined citadel lies such and such treasure, and, piles of gold and gemstones the size of your head. If giants' rings that would be larger than a torque for your necklace. If only you could plunder it.
I don't know about the rest of you, but we could definitely use some of that to furnish this place with some special.
The more finer things in life, yes.
So Corgaine is saying that in his investigations, one thing that he's come upon, and he hasn't said who this little pebble peck is, and he probably won't talk about it, at least not now. That there is a party of agents that are like at Bale Vonder's lair that are preparing for an expedition there.
And
how soon?
Well, I can't say, but it seems that they should be leaving in the immediate future. You might actually be acquainted with some of these party members yourself, Walykos, if you could remember back to those.
There were a couple, yeah.
Those days. You might remember Intatark the Half Giant, Cyrus the Crab Knight. You know what is at the heart of Blackrock Isle. Suther Vigil.
Have you told me this, Esper, or am I supposed to know this?
It's the Citadel, the ruined Citadel that's there.
Gotcha.
I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what it is that Bale Vonder desires from this accursed ruin, but I have a hunch that it is very important. There are still magical relics from the giants of Ayrburg that are unaccounted for. Things such as the Godslayer and the Eye of Fire. One, maybe both of those, or perhaps an equal, could be there beneath the ruins of Suther Vigil. I don't know if your party has what it takes to venture to Blackrock Isle and contend with the agents of Bale Vonder, but I know of no one else suited to this task. The powers of Barnacle are embroiled in their infighting, and Plethoris is turning into a playground of decadence.
Corgaine, I think that it is in our best interest to venture here and perhaps...
I just have one question.
Party.
Yeah. Do you have a boat?
So, it is an important question that you have asked. I don't think any boatman or ship captain in Barnacle will go to Blackrock Isle.
Yeah.
I think that's an impossibility.
We might know of one.
I think we know a few men with a boat, yes.
Wait,
Yes.
do we?
If you cross the right roads, you might just find your path.
And
Oh, the crossroaders. Yeah, that's right.
Exactly who I was thinking as well.
They do have. That's a good point. Yeah.
The cross.
Though if we go to
I
them,
would not get mixed up with them if I were you.
unless they're connected to Bond, this
Well,
giant,
Mr.
we might not have
Corgaine,
a choice.
unfortunately, it's a little bit too late not to get mixed up in the crossroads, but that's another story that we don't need to elaborate on right now.
Do not think
yourself.
Do not think that we are necessarily allied with the crossroaders. We simply take jobs if they offer enough gold.
Speak for yourself there. We are.
I cannot dissuade you enough from taking such jobs. It may give you payment in the short term, but in the long run, it will blow up in your face. They are a group of brigands, bandits. They would stab you in the back for payment, or if it meant they would get those pretty baubles you're carrying.
I never said we'd knock over smoke shops for them. I just said their theater.
There might be another option, and I think it would be a better one than bandits or
hear him out.
Blackrock Isle.
Yeah, just give him a moment to talk. Speak.
Halflings. Halflings might be the solution. Halflings from the flotilla are in Sandbeer currently. One of their kind might be audacious enough to approach Blackrock Isle. Who knows, perhaps even a halfling adventurer or two might join on with your party and give you a better chance. They are a plucky and bold lot.
This is true. Did you have one in mind, or should we simply go and seek out whoever it is?
I don't have one in mind that I can say, but I know that the flotilla is around Sandbeer, and some of the halflings have, what do we call it? Depodded to go do their business in Sandbeer for a time.
Well, let's not delay that. And if we head to Sandbeer, we should be able to meet one of these halflings and we can convince them to take us to Blackrock.
Is there one that you would suggest meeting with? Is there anyone that
I
you
just
have-
asked that question.
Oh, did you just? Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay.
I missed it. My fault.
It's okay.
Alas, I do not. And your eagerness for expedience is deserving its merit, though I should ask, to what extent have you developed your capabilities? Blackrock Isle, even if you do manage to find a companion or two, is a very, very dangerous place. And the agents of Bale Vonder are not to be underestimated.
He sees a white light explode from Adriel as he levels up. I'm ready.
We have
to gauge things. He says this to Vapor. Yeah. Vapor, what is the greatest spell you have come into the mastery of?
The ability to shatter others.
The spell Shatter. And how long have you had the capability of this spell? Have you advanced much beyond that?
I have not been able to advance much further beyond that.
It might be best if you hone your skills just a bit more before you go rushing off. I understand time is of the essence, but...
Well, what else is in Article that we can attend to?
Yes, hoping you do not mean to condescend here. You come to us and say you need our help, and then you say that we are not good enough.
I just want to make sure you are as prepared as possible for something that is of such great danger.
How
you spoke of securing this conclave, yet there is a wing of it that you have not secured.
Corgaine, if
you have to help us.
Corgaine, if I may, although I do not necessarily.
I will help you if I can. What is it that most beleaguers you in this other wing of the below place here?
Well, for him, he motions towards Vapor, it's the heat. For that one, it's his marked propensity for hiding in corners. And for Walykos, I suppose it's the same as mine. We are not familiar with the types of constructed creatures that lurk down there.
Have you poked around at all in this section?
A little bit.
Yes.
Did you encounter anything directly?
Like I said, constructed creatures.
Oh yes,
you encountered
one that nearly
yourself.
killed me.
A spider that throws things into lava.
We also encountered a giant's metal skull that would shoot lightning and fire.
If you have already tangled with giant constructs that were set as guardians in this place, you're going to have to deal with this sooner or later. They may come patrolling looking for you. You don't even know that.
They have not come up from their lairs yet, but I do believe that eventually we will venture down there again to deal with this. But Corgaine, if I may,
it is
I know that
and at our fingertips. If this is what seems wise to me. Now, I cannot help you with corners, but you spoke of heat. I'm assuming there are fire traps.
Lava.
Lots of lava in the floor, and let's just say
lightning traps.
I'm not the most favored of being in hot environments.
I see. You are particularly affected by the element of fire.
Unfortunately, I am.
I have something that might help you then. He takes off a ring, a rather gaudy ring that has 3 gemstones encrusted into it. Give me just a minute. And he chants a spell 3 times, and each time he chants it, one of those little stones gleams. I'm going to loan you this. I want it back at a certain point. I have imbued it with 3 castings of absorb elements. May this give you a protection that aids you.
I can actually do that. As if we need that.
Vapor puts it on. But at least for this journey, I will most likely be helpful against the traps, but we'll see what else it can help on.
Yes.
The crane mask, points towards Aygir, and you see his eyes underneath it furrow. Well, then, let's see your ring of spell storing, Hobgoblin.
Let's see your armor that has inbuilt weapons. Are you not amused? Are you not entertained? Did you bring me something as well? If you're just handing out gifts, is that what we're doing now?
Adriel's gonna look to Walykos and say,
We are grateful.
Do we really have to bring them along for a journey to the Isle? Like he's kind of like jokingly saying that.
I have given my advice that I can.
We
If you
appreciate
could hone your abilities here today, tomorrow, and leave at least within the third day, I think that would be wisest.
Plus, who knows what things lie at the heart of that construct layer that might be helpful to us when we go to the Blackstone Isle.
They might indeed.
And Corgaine, if I may, you questioned Vapa's abilities in combat. I fought with him, and although we do not always see eye to eye, I would trust him. He seems to be good with his magic.
It is good that you have this trust budding. You must rely on this, or a company that is divided against itself will surely fall. If you remain back to back, shoulder to shoulder with your allies, help them where they are weak, and they help you where they are strong, this gives you your highest chance to prevail.
As long as we stick together, then I will not turn on them, and I will help them through anything that they come across, as I helped Vapa earlier. I'm going to give a little bit of a wink.
That is a step in the right direction, yes.
Truthfully, I do not mean to antagonize, but if you see us as those in need of honing our skills, why do you not then go yourself to Blackrock Isle and with a company of your peers deal?
I just might do that. Oh. I'm going to do my very best to finish what work I'm doing here in Barnacle. And if I can spare it, I will go there myself.
There's a lot going on, Aygir. This is not simply one thing after another after another. There are many things that branch out.
It is a hydra.
Well, you'll just have to excuse me. Out in the steppe, we don't generally get involved in such machinations. Things there are simple. They make sense.
You say that after befriending the Crossroaders and doing jobs for them.
You were there too. You agreed to it.
Indeed. But I was not there with you when you agreed to it.
Yes, you agreed of your own will. What does that say?
If only we could all live as Xena-riding nomads in the steppe lands. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yes, it would be very nice.
Now,
glad somebody gets it. You know, you are all right, Corgaine. You are all
right. You should leave messages if you cannot directly reach us, either with House Mantavale. Ginteljar could take a message. He is the old footman.
Very well. I plan to be in Barnacle for a short while.
Mm-hmm.
Be sure to.
But I will have to. I must remain on the move. There is too much to do.
Yeah.
I need to be in Plethorus. I will stop by Sandbeer if it's possible, and if I can spare it, I will go to Blackrock Isle and perhaps lend you aid when it is needed.
If you would permit me, one last question, however. Old Connor Spindle, he's not mixed up in all of this, is he?
Connor Spindle is a recluse, as far as I know. He is of old blood of Drakestone, of course, but I don't think he leaves his tower. He could be a source of information, perhaps, though I have learned nothing so far that implicates him in any of the dark plottings of Bale Vonder, or...
It's quite... that would be quite a leap to find him involved with that. At least currently.
Yes.
Well, Connor, Canis was one of the ones that fought against the giants, so it would be very strange if he decided to begin allying with them.
Yes. Yes, that it would. Well, we have spoken of much, and there will still be much to come. But I hope that we will meet again, if not on Blackrock Isle, then in Sandbeer. I will send a bird if possible.
Let us deal with this layer down here, and then we'll see you again, hopefully, in the near future. Leave a message with Ginteljar, or leave a message here in our lair, and we'll see it upon our return.
Very well. I wish you all the best. May fortune and might be on your side always, and my gratitude for showing me your enclave.
Be safe yourself. If you were to fall, we would lose much information and direction in our fight against Bale Vonder.
I still have a few tricks up my sleeve. They've kept me alive this long.
Couple wondrous things indeed.
We appreciate the information and the help, Corgaine.
Likewise. Very well. Until we meet again. And with that, he goes billowing away in his large, tattery robe.
He just throws down a smoke bomb and then like hides behind the nearest shrub. It's like, oh, where'd he go? Well, I guess he's gone.
The question mark above his head has gone away as he walks over and does his own thing.
Oh my god.
He starts walking into a wall, then skips around and says, it's good that I see you here again.
Adventurer. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm glad that we have had that moment.
Don't talk to him anymore, or else he'll go through that whole spiel again.
Oh god.
Yeah, we go back. We poke him again. He goes, Adriel, Walykos.
There's much to speak about. Okay, come on, let's
skip.
Yeah.
All right. So what's the next?
Can we take a moment out of game? I just want to have a meeting of minds here. We just got a lot of info dumped on us.
We did, yeah.
Are we all in agreement that we're going to go back into the fire dungeon?
I think so.
Well, I mean, we're going to...
I know Vapor... This is why I'm doing this out of game.
Yeah.
Out of game, are you with us? And we can come up with an in-game. You're also muted.
You're muted.
Am I muted?
No, you're not anymore.
Not anymore.
Okay, I got to get a new headset. This is whacked out. God. All right, as a player, I'm definitely willing to go back in there. As a character, Vapor is kind of like... He'll go in if he needs to, but he'd rather not go back in there.
Well,
the lava was just like the heat from the lava was just.
I think with the item you got there, we can probably convince you.
That definitely helps, but it won't protect him from the environmental heat.
What you have there, Vapor, is a lesser ring of spell storing. It holds up to 3 levels of spells. It currently has 3 castings of absorb elements.
Is it a?
That's what I figured.
Is it attunement that item or?
Yes. Yeah, you'll need to attune to it, which I mean you can easily do during a short rest, I think.
Yeah. So out of game, actually, would it be cool to take a long rest as well?
I mean,
I think that's
down with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So because if we are venturing back,
especially because my abilities changed, and one of them was. Yeah, and you have to to level up. Yeah,
I don't really want to go back down.
Yeah, and that would give me my level 2 spots back.
So the timeline that we have is
3 days.
If you want to do the halfling thing, in 3 days, get out of Barnacle.
Yep.
And there's a road you can take to get to Sandbeer.
So I think the plan is, and I'll just try and summarize it, is we're gonna take a long rest and maybe do a few things around this layer. Do like off time stuff, and then we're gonna venture
for the next 2 days before we have 2 days before we have to leave.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I just
want to be clear, Esper. If we take this long rest now, we'll have 2 full days before our deadline that we have to leave for the town.
Yeah, so I think we'll take the long rest, and then we venture into the lair, and that'll probably take like maybe a day. And then the next day we can do something else. Like
we'll see how we do. Yeah. We might get into a situation where we have to retreat and rest again and come back a couple times. But I'm hopeful that we're taking this long rest right now. We're preparing. We're leveling you up, like you said.
Because that
And then-
was our problem last time. It's just we were already kind of low on resources. Going
We
into
did.
here.
We hit it right after taking on the Balai, and
Adriel was fine.
that fight was not.
Well, anybody who has spell slots or direct.
I know, I'm joking, I'm
melee
joking.
wasn't.
I
You
don't
weren't
know.
out of sneak attack slots?
Yeah, I'm all I have left currently as right now is 3 level 1 slots.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, no, I think along
The-
this would be good because, like Walykos said, like
Suboptimal currently.
you guys were all kind of low in your resources. That's
But
for sure. So
For one thing, we know some information. We know there's a trap that we can avoid, probably.
Right.
We know that there's one construct that was defeated when we were last there.
and there's
Whether-
at least one more, or
Where-
there's at least one more thing
Something.
down there.
And I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised if there are more of those constructs. We just need to be careful. And honestly, if we can get away from that lava section, we can probably do much better.
yeah, so
The only
long rest.
trouble is that, like this section, it's probably deceptively big.
Yeah.
But also, I guess, yeah, if there are any further traps like this, at least we do have a hexatile, which might work.
Mhm.
Or if not, we will know what to look for if we find another one.
Ultimately, you gotta risk for some reward.
Yeah,
This,
all right.
This is the risk where we're gonna take it for a reward.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Like long rest, layer, see what happens.
Also,
Yeah,
I feel like with some of my new stuff, I might have a better. I'll contribute more in combat, hopefully.
right. I know
Uh,
out of character, I had kind of thought we were going to maybe spend some time with the crossroaders outside of Barnacle for a while, but
Shredders.
now
You
incorrect.
could.
Now that,
You could. I mean, that is a possible thing. You could.
well, now that I know that
Well,
there's actually
that's what. Well, this is what I was talking about. Like when we do the layer thing, depending on how long it takes, we still might have like 2 days for
We might
us to
have-
do other things. Yeah,
Like,
so,
if we get completely lucky, I know it's not going to happen
yeah,
because
but,
Esper
but it's
gave us
possible. But it's possible. So
right.
I mean, we could all just nat 20 crit the enemies and just walk right through it.
yeah, we just natural 20 every attack from here on out.
Yeah. Esper, I'm not shitting you. That's my 7th nat 20 in a row. It just
you can't tell me I'm lying. It's all random. It's possible technically.
Oh, look, all the monsters just got criticals as well. How did-
Well, I
wait,
guess
hold
we're
on,
having a
hold on.
crit off.
Who can crit better?
Anyways, yeah, I think so out of game. Let's do this dungeon. Esper kind of gently guided us towards it again. So, and we don't have anything else on our plate aside
Yeah.
from just going straight to Blackrock Isle, which
No,
we can totally do, but it would be bad idea.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I think we are on agreements to do the dungeon and then do the Blackwater Isle. Do we want to roleplay it to like convince Vapor and stuff?
Yeah, let's.
you're definitely gonna need to convince them because
This saved us a lot of like back and forth. Now we're just gonna get down to the roleplay.
Yep.
yeah.
All right.
So you guys have some fun with trying to get convincing a foul mouth, bad
Well, so this
attitude.
is during the long rest. This is happening, right?
So
Yeah.
I think
Aygir would probably. Well, no, it depends on. So Vapor during the long rest would have at least dropped off the gear. I think he would just dropped it off and not said anything and just try to get out of there as quickly as possible. So we don't need to roleplay that.
I think that,
Yeah, because he does not want to deal with those people.
That didn't take you very long.
The,
Went all
the
the way to
nobles
House
of House
Drakestone and back.
Drakestone are currently, very, very tied up with all the political stuff that's going on, and they're super concerned over the poisoned Duke. So
Yeah, that's
Hey,
the other
they-
reason. It's
they
like-
appreciatively receive the armor and sword of Elwyn, and
and the sigil ring.
We'll call for you later. Maybe his mom wants to talk to you some more about it, but they're like trying to not die. Right?
Yeah, no, he understands that. It's like he's walking on eggshells. Was just he made a promise. He's keeping that promise, and if they need to deal with it more, want to talk more about it,
your fish to fry right at the second.
yeah.
So they gave you the old brush off then. Poor little bastard. His own family didn't care enough about him as we did. That's sad.
His brother wanted to come down here and try to avenge him.
Oh no! Oh no! I trust and hope that you did not give him any ideas.
I told him he needed to get stronger, and then I told the guards to try to keep an eye on the little shit.
Good. So, are you ready to go down there back into the lava place?
We're going back?
Well, yes.
You were with
What
us.
did you think
when
we were
spoke
going to
that
do?
over.
What, Vapor? Is a little bit of heat an issue for you?
I mean, yes, it is.
No, I know,
It is.
I know out of game it is. Like, Adriel's
No.
Adriel's kind of just being a dick.
Vapor, his one eye moves to Adriel and gives this 100-yard glare. Thanks to him, and I am grateful that he saved my life, heat affects me a lot more than it affects you.
Adriel's gonna actually like pull up those bottles that he got and sort of like wave them in front and say, "Yes, I'm sure that is this the reason?"
Yes, and if I could get those, I'd be most happy.
Yeah, I'll toss them. I'll toss them over to you.
Vapor
No,
will grab
no.
him and put.
I just
You're
want-
not. He's gonna look at Aygir. No, you're not getting them. I
just
need to
want
study
say,
these.
Vapor, in the midst of this situation, I am glad that you mentioned the part where I saved your life. Even if it was second after the other part, it's good to hear every once in a while that you're grateful.
All right. We should come up with a plan for this time. If there's more of those creatures, we need to be able to retreat all together and not leave Vapor behind to get bent over.
Yes.
Vaporized. Perhaps it would be best to have Vapor stay a bit further back.
I would say put Vapor at the rear so that he can quickly, move away if we need to.
And should any of us become paralyzed, what then?
Well, if we're paralyzed, I would say grab them by the neck and drag them away. That's
By
what
the
else?
neck,
What else
like,
you gonna
their
do?
head.
I mean,
Grab him by the scruff of the neck.
yeah.
I suppose
yeah.
that is going to be my job then. I
It'll
guess.
be whoever's job isn't paralyzed.
Well,
If we are going back
in
in there, I'd be most grateful if I could get some extra water canteens.
Here's the biggest concerns: the heat and the trap. I think we should try to not go down the path with the trap. We should try and go around it. There were other paths that we could take and see if we can find a less direct way of getting to it. And then we can maybe, I think it can only shoot in a straight line down that path as far as we could tell.
And if
I
we
would
come,
think
if we
avoiding
come
the
in,
trip is a given.
Judging
yes,
by
but
what,
I agree.
the attacks that it did before, I wouldn't call it a straight line,
Like a cone?
but you could get. Well, it's like a dart, but I mean,
Arc of fire.
It's
Arc of
it's
fire.
not an arc of fire exactly.
Yeah, it's like it can't go directly 90 degrees, but it can get
Yeah.
anything in its front.
yeah, it's like a cone. Yeah. It's like-
I got it. So if we come at it from the side, which it looked like there was a way, we could maybe destroy it or,
disable
avoid
it somehow.
Yeah.
Adriel will speak up and say, well, if we come into any other traps, I may be able to disable them if I can get in close to them.
I'm sure that there was some way to do so. But yeah, let's see if we can avoid that trap entirely. We'll run past it quickly so that it doesn't have a chance to shoot us.
I agree. Yes, I think speed can most likely get past it since we essentially know how it's going to shoot. I think it caught us off guard the first time, but
Agreed.
knowing where it's at. Vapor, do you think that you can get past it fast enough? Like
I
Adriel's
can,
actually.
I can get past it fast enough. I just gonna need the water to survive down there.
I think that we can bring a few extra water skins for you.
Good.
Perhaps there will be some way to turn off the lava just as the acid was turned off. If it is,
Actually, yeah, that's a question. Did the lava seem natural, Esper, or was it more like?
well, it's kind of
Kind of.
weird.
There's
Yeah,
like broken ground, and there's just pools of it sitting there.
it's kind of
Whereas
weird that
what was
lava.
in
when
the
you do
arcane
that-
sanctum was actually like walls of fire that turn on.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's probably a trap. Yeah.
Well, it's just very odd to me that it's been years and years and this lava still here. Like,
It's probably some kind of like magic or something.
so let's see if we can bypass it.
Yeah.
I'll take the lead and Adriel behind me, then Aygir and Vapor, as well.
Well, don't let me stop you from putting yourself in the most danger. Sure.
Oh, I move the fastest of all of us, so I can easily get behind all of us if need be.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, you do move faster than me. Yeah, I'm second. I think I'm second fastest. Yeah.
All right. We don't need to have a foot race.
I mean, we might if more of those creatures come.
Well, you know what they say. I don't need to be faster than the enemy. I just need to be faster than you.
I'm faster than that one.
Let's simply try to avoid getting caught flat-footed this time.
Agreed.
When Walykos says that, like Adriel's gonna kind of like look at Vapor a little bit because he was the one who did get caught last time.
Well, that's why he's in the back, so he has the most time to react.
No, I know. Adriel's just like.
And I was in the back too last time.
I know. You got really unlucky last time.
In any case,
Are you all going to your respective homes to take a long rest?
I think
we'll just
we
rest
could
here.
rest down here.
You're gonna rest down here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a
So
question.
you all spread out bed rolls or whatever you've brought in your packs.
Adriel would like to do something during the rest. Once everyone else is asleep, or at least everyone but Walykos. But if Walykos is asleep too, that's fine. But
Well, I assume we're going to set some watch sort of system. You never, as any good adventurers know, Esper, even when you're in a safe location, you set a watch.
Yeah, I'm actually going to be sure to go after Walykos. If that's all right. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do when we get to it because
yeah, we'll just do a 2-hour cycle for each of us. Sound good?
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Yeah.
All right. You all take a rest down here, and at a certain point during Vapor's watch, you hear a sound, echoes of movement, the clinking metallic sounds of something automaton-like, or construct-like moving. It never
It's Five
gets,
Nights at Freddy's.
it never gets very close. You only hear it in the distance, and it's scuttling around or walking around or creeping, whatever its locomotion is. It's out there, and you hear the echoes for a time, and eventually it goes away before your watch is up.
All right. Well, if it doesn't sound like it's getting specifically closer, Vapor's not going to wake anyone. But he will pass along who's ever after him what he heard, so they can keep an ear out as well for it.
So you all have completed the long rest. Vapor told you what he heard.
Can I do my thing?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
During my watch, I would have liked to go to the tomb of Elwyn and D'Amico.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Which is where you'll find Aygir sitting and arranging rocks, by the way.
Well, no, you should be asleep.
You should be asleep.
Or doing a long rest.
This is during
then you'll find him resting there because that is where he was staying during this.
Well, that kind of defeats the purpose of having a watch if you're off on your own.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, it's not his watch currently.
Well, no, I'm doing.
I understand, but you would be sleeping alone down there when we're all up in the main area.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? I mean, if that's your intention, just declare it. It seems unsafe. Esper is totally going to use this against you.
Yeah, no, honestly, I think, he would be, just because I think he would have suspected this to be happening, whatever this is going to be.
All right, but you are asleep because you need to rest.
Correct, yes.
All right, Adriel, do your thing.
Okay, yeah, I guess when I get down there, seeing Aygir, how close are you to the tombs?
Like in the upper left corner of the room, and they were on the right wall, I guess.
So on the right side, okay.
Not within 10 feet of them.
20, 30 feet away.
Something like that.
I think Adriel's pretty confident that he can maybe rob this grave a little bit without Aygir waking up.
Here comes the risk reward. And party
Yeah.
members killing each
Yeah,
other.
no, it's great because like we've just come to an agreement where like we're all working together, and Adriel gets down there is like, well, sorry, Aygir. So he's gonna try to silently take anything that he can from D'Amico and Elowen's grave. I'm sorry, he's a scary. He's a bad person. I'm sorry.
Adriel, make a stealth check. Aygir, make a perception check with disadvantage.
All right.
Just don't roll bad, Adriel. Just don't roll bad.
Oh,
I rolled bad.
I rolled a natural 20 and a 9, so I have a 12 on that.
Oh,
check.
I think I beat that actually.
With
Hold on.
disadvantage. Yeah.
I beat that because I have a 7 plus 8, which is a 15.
Adriel, you creep by, and Aygir continues to sleep. I don't know if you snore or make any particular noise while you sleep. But yes, you go by him.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna see if they have any valuables on them, any gold. Well, I know Elowen has gold because I have his character.
You're picking through the cairns that they set up.
Yep, exactly.
What
Yep.
are in the cairns, or what is in the cairns?
All right, so Elowen, let me pull his character sheet up. So
Yeah, I'm
Elowen,
She-
yeah, so Elowen, well, I know he doesn't have the armor and stuff or the ring because Vapor did that, and I'm not gonna take the shield. I know he actually has 75 gold pieces. So I will take his 75 gold pieces.
Adriel,
D'Amico
you
had-
begin removing stones from the cairn stack gingerly. Make a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand check. All right. God, I'm rolling terrible today. I don't think I have. Yeah, I don't have anything for this. So I got a 9, so it's not very good.
The stones topple and clatter, scattering to the floor.
What
I,
does
I, do,
Aygir
I,
win?
do, I do wince a little bit.
Aygir, make another perception check with disadvantage.
Oh, this is
Easy DC.
yeah. I'm just like I stop like when I hear that.
You're muted.
You're muted.
You're muted.
Just want you to know, I just rolled 2 natural 20s in a row on checks with disadvantage. Anyway, the other die this time is a 17, so I do have a 20. It's just not
You got
natural.
Aygir, you awaken to the sound of clattering cairn, and
Do I wait?
there's Adriel like in the middle of removing the cairn stack to get at the treasure inside.
No. I trust
I'm gonna
Walykos.
mute myself. Have fun, guys.
I trust Walykos a great deal, even though I've only known him for a short time. But are you really that insufferable, that petty, that small, and just... I don't even know what the word is in this language. You would rob the tomb of a dead man you never met? That you know that your... Well, that friend is a strong word. That you know that there's a connection between myself and Vapor and those two? That really, after all that we talked about camaraderie and going to this Blackrock Isle in the name of... Get out of here before I open your throat and let you bleed out. He says, beginning to draw his sword half-assedly because he doesn't actually want this to be a fight.
Yeah. So, sorry, I have to get a straight face. It's just like amazing. So Adriel, so quick question: have I actually gotten any of the gold in my person before he woke up?
You haven't gotten to it yet.
I haven't gotten any of it. Okay, yeah. So I'll sort of, I'll stand up and put my hands on it. I see no reason for a dead man to have gold. Seems but a waste.
Yes, agreed. I see no reason for there to be a dead man in this room right now.
Well, why should we leave him with possessions that he doesn't need in the afterlife?
Because they are all that's left of the poor man. He got eaten by those things.
Yes, he did, and I would suspect that if I was eaten by anything, you should take my gold, you should take my possessions. It seems like they would be more useful to the living than the dead, Aygir.
Yes, right. Tell the professional tomb robber, although I prefer the term explorer. Yes. But, see, I know these people. I knew these people. And here you are, just coming into somewhere. And look, it took me a little while to set that up. You just knocked it over.
Yeah, it's probably like in shambles a bit, actually. Yeah, especially since I rolled so bad on sleight of hand.
If it's money you want, and Aygir will pull out a pouch of coins and, though he's still half asleep, throw it with the intention of hitting Adriel in the face with it.
I'll attempt to sort of grab it.
Take that and leave the possessions of a dead man alone.
I'll sort of like shake it a little bit, look at how much did you throw me?
2d20 times 2.
Oh, wow.
What the fuck?
There's your natural 20s now.
On one of the 2 dice I just rolled, and the other one rolled a 1. So 42.
Oh wow, that's a lot. Okay, so that's.
I'm never going to roll another natural 20 again, and I've.
So I'll Adriel will sort of like grab it, and he'll like shake it a little bit, look inside, and goes, guess this settles it then. And I'll put it in my.
Damn well better, or else I'll settle it with my sword next time.
Oh, I'd love to see you try. And then I'll sort of like wave and say, I'll see you tomorrow, Aygir. Enjoy your rest.
I would make sure you did see it, even if it was the last thing you saw.
As soon as Adriel's out of the room, Aygir loots the 75 gold.
Yes, he does. He takes it himself.
No, he starts reassembling stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to need to more to this sooner than later, I suspect.
I guess when I get back from the long rest, like, because I was doing this probably during Walykos' watch, just because I didn't want to leave everyone unsafe from the watch. I would probably come back and sort of look at Walykos, like, just like shake my head and then just like walk back into the area.
Walykos would just kind of like raise one eyebrow, and then just kind of let you go back to bed.
Yep.
Yeah. And the
So
next morning,
hilarious as that was, Aygir, I'm sure, was very upset. We saw it, and Aygir gets over and starts reassembling the Cairn stack. Now, also, Adriel has gained 3rd level. Is that right?
I've gained 3rd level. Yes.
What have you developed?
3rd level's a big one.
Oh,
Yeah,
many things actually. Yes, when I was looking through it all, I like 3rd level for rogue gets a decent amount of stuff. So I'm a swashbuckler. Obviously, I'm not actually a pirate in terms of role playing, but I do have the skill sets of it, which is kind of actually what I've been going for in some of the combats where I've been dual wielding with Adriel with his short sword and dagger, and swashbuckler kind of fits that theme because
Sure.
Yeah.
You've used a lot of ranged attacks, but I don't think that was because you're like wanting to specifically be an archer. It was just the best tactic for that moment.
Yeah, it just happened to be there. Yeah,
But you're like training you as a person. You are inclined more towards this like deft swordsman, cunning swordsman style.
Yeah, exactly. Sort of like the dual wielding, like roguish slashings, throwing daggers, things like that. But yeah, so I got the fancy footwork, which lets me when I attack, or not, sorry. Yep, that is fancy footwork. Yeah, so when I attack someone, whether I hit or miss, they cannot make an opportunity attack on me, which is fantastic. And then I also got, I get a charisma modifier to my initiative as well, plus my dex. And I also get sneak attack if I don't even need advantage as long as the creature that's in front of me, if I'm within 5 feet of it and no other creatures are within 5 feet of it, then I don't even need it, and I get sneak attack as long as I don't have disadvantage.
As long as you're just like you're dueling each other.
Exactly. Yeah. Like if I'm dueling someone, I get sneak
none
attack.
of its allies can be next to it. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And then I also have I talked to Esper about this from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. I got steady aim, which would have been really useful in some of the recent combats we had, where I can use a bonus action to give myself advantage on my next attack roll. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a shot. It could be if I'm just standing in front of someone with an attack, but usually you use it with a shot because you cannot have moved and your speed goes to 0. But it's another way for me to essentially get sneak attack at range. So
you kind of spend like everything of your turn other than the action itself getting getting the best aim you can with your roguish dexterity.
Exactly.
Optional class feature, which I think is just well designed. Like it's very good for a rogue. Makes them able to sneak attack when they couldn't normally.
Yeah. A lot of things I've been doing recently, I've been like having to attempt to hide and then do my shot, but now I could actually just confirm sneak attack at range, which is really useful.
Without trying to do some weird. I keep popping out from behind this rock.
I like the popping back and forth.
No,
Cool.
I think in some situations it's still useful.
Really adds to the drama.
I don't disagree, but after the first 2 times, fool me once, fool me twice. How many times is this gonna fool the same guy?
Now I will say, like, I think
Just
that
the masterful stealthiness of Adriel.
I also think that I'll still probably use that every now and then. Like if there's a lot of enemies, it can still be useful to go back into a hiding spot so that I don't.
Yeah, a lot of times you don't want to stand there and like take the time to take your perfect aim.
Yeah. It really just depends on the situation. It's just
it
an
gives you a
extra
cool.
option.
Yeah, it's a cool choice you get to make.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Awesome.
Yeah.
So Adriel has reached a new level of power, and you're gonna need it. Let me tell you. So you all have completed a long rest. You regain. You're at 3rd level. You regain 2 hit dice each, and your spell slots and any other long rest recharge stuff.
I don't have spell slots.
And you never will. Well, I guess you can multi-class.
So I've got my new wonders ready to go. So
Excellent.
I'm ready.
All right. Are we ready to delve back into the what's called the lava dungeon?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So
I will just announce so that it's on record that the Artificer infusions that I've gone with for the time being are enhanced armor and replicate magic item. I have replicated a wand of secrets.
Which detects secret doors. Yeah.
Yeah, it has 3 charges, and you expend 1, and it like makes the thing pulse and point at the nearest secret door.
That's cool.
And
So
also my arcane armor model I'm going with right now is Guardian. Which is the same one I have been so far.
So I Vapor's doing something I know it's not going to affect anything, but it's just more for like cinematic stuff. Those extra water skins, he's taking one of them and some rags. Yeah, literally soaked the rags and his head, and he's trying to do whatever he can to keep himself cool. His jacket's off. He's just pretty much in pants and shirt and shoes at this point with his magic focus that is a quarterstaff.
Vapor's just like in the nude with like water dripping over.
He's not in the nude, but it's like he's just like he might go that way, like depending on how bad it is. But like he's just trying
to keep yourself cooled down.
Yeah.
Now, as an air Genasi, do you have some kind of like minor wind effect? That could
his only real innate ability is levitation. So I don't, unless there's like you're willing to say he can control slightly the airflow around him. He can't because he, other than hold his breath, he
don't have a cantrip that could, like a prestidigitation, can give you a little gust.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He does a prestidigitation, so you'll have that going constantly.
You just have a little like electric fan of prestidigitation.
Yeah, it's
like, just like floating.
Yeah. Or just around you, there's just this like whipping current that's helping keep you a little bit cooler. Yeah. I think that's great.
No, you're
doing what you can, and it helps.
I'm already imagining a fan. Like, it's that from me.
Whatever headcanon works for you. But anyway. So,
as I said, I don't think it would work like I would want, but for thematics,
it's going to help keep you cool as air currents do, but it's not going to help you if you fall in a lava pit.
Oh yeah, the
spell scoring will help you, and I assume you have attuned to it.
Yes, he is attuned to it.
Excellent. I've placed you in the following order: Walykos, Adriel, Aygir, Vapor.
Yep.
Exactly these are corpses of Bale. This is actually a skeleton now.
Yeah. We got it.
Flesh is roasted off of it by this point. And this is the destroyed crab construct thing. And then this is the illusory stone giant.
Hill giant.
Hill giant. There we go.
Yeah.
They'll remain there until someone disturbs the bead that you put on the ground.
And that's the trap on the far left.
And then there's the we'll call it the iron giant head trap, the spitter trap. So I know we've got Fog of War going on. So just to point out, you haven't seen up here or down here or up in here.
Yep.
and this way, and then these ways, and this way. There's a lot of ways
Yeah,
that could potentially
correct.
go.
So here's the intention, Esper, and you tell us what you need from us. We're going to go and we're going to get to the point where the trap would have a line of sight, and we're going to run past it.
Yep.
Going straight ahead. And then when we get to the intersection down there, the little space area, we'll hopefully be able to see more of to the bottom left and to the bottom right.
Right, and that might help us figure out which way to go from there.
Correct.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And I'm also expecting there to be a creature potentially that we might encounter. So
Right. We did hear something.
That
So
is true.
I've got my crossbow in hand and my dagger ready at my hip. So
Okay. You all crouch there at the ready. The floor ahead is all jacked up. It's got, cooled down lava and it's broken. It's in pretty bad shape, but you might be able to pull this off. Do you all run at the same time simultaneously?
I mean, we could do it one person. It doesn't have to recharge. Did it do it every single round last time?
I think it did it every round. Yeah.
Then let's do it all at the same time. I mean, if it shoots at one of us, it only gets to target one of us.
I don't think it's targeting. I feel like it's like just. We'll do it. We'll do
That's
it.
the thing. Like it'll only be
Yeah, it
able
was
to
targeting.
shoot once.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, okay.
It was targeting.
Yeah, so it's just all
Okay,
do it at
so
the
you
same time.
decide to all go at the same time. Everybody
Awesome.
make an acrobatics check.
I'm good at that.
I'm
Oh
trained.
boy.
Oh, that's actually not bad.
I'm an expert.
I actually am not an expert in acrobatics. I don't even have proficiency in it.
18 for Vapor.
Good.
Okay, I just want to say that I have not rolled this many natural 20s in 2 sessions.
Weren't we just talking about this? Like
Just get them all out of the way now, man. Get them all the way.
Apparently,
before
yeah.
combat happens.
This is what it's been the last 4 times I have rolled any kind of combination.
Yeah,
of
your last
that.
4 rolls.
Vapor or Esper. Vapor is also going to have a spell ready.
Also, Esper,
What are you casting?
He's keeping Stormbolt at the ready.
So you're
Okay.
holding it.
Yeah, he's all.
Okay.
The
thing
Hobgoblin
is,
gets the highest.
readying. You only do readying when you're in initiative.
Yeah,
I don't
It
know
really
if we're
will not
really-
make any mechanical
Okay.
difference.
Okay, because
The
what
holding
I
it
was
in
thinking
hand
as he's running by, he's going to shoot a Stormbolt at the trap just to see.
too far away.
Yeah. So here's the
Okay.
thing. Here's the thing. When you're not in initiative, readying doesn't really matter. You just kind of say it and you can just do it whenever you want. Readying is for when you're in initiative and everything's kind of like in slow motion. So you could
But-
just say, as I'm running, I shoot my Stormbolt, and you can just do that.
Okay,
But you wouldn't be able to reach it. It's too far away.
it's more than 60 feet.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that's way more than 60 feet. Yeah.
Okay, I don't remember.
Well,
Yeah.
I still think it's cool, like cinematically. You shoot
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
and
I
you,
think it's
you,
still-
you try. It just doesn't quite reach as
Yeah.
far as you'd wanted.
Delves start flying out of the lava as you like fly past, like shooting. Like,
Okay, so I got Vapor had an 18. Aygir got a 20 plus. Walykos?
We have it
so-
all. So Vapor.
it's all in the chat. 16 acrobatics for Walykos.
Okay, and Adriel?
22.
22. Okay.
No one got
typically-
less than 16. Yeah.
I typically, between everything I have to juggle, can't look at the chat.
we
so I
did
just,
it
I just
there.
rely on you all.
That's fine. Yeah.
All right, but it's good, I think, for you guys to be able to see it. All right, so the important thing is that you all rush downwards, and the thing spits its fire, and the fire, blazes too late, and can't get any of you. In
I
fact,
was about to say, can I like have the giant like give some concealment to us?
yeah, well, really, what's going on is like it's shooting through the giant. Plus, there's
Yeah.
this wall here, so it's like just all sorts of messed up. And it just-
Cover. Yeah.
and it's too late. The time you guys ran too fast, too
Mhm.
fast for it, and so it just kind of hits on the wall right there.
I have like this
And-
big cinematic like in my mind where like we're just running and it's like I know it's not doing it multiple times, but it's like and we just like running, looking at it, like dodging and like jumping and rolling. I don't know. It's a pretty cool moment in my opinion.
All right, so that seemed to work pretty good.
All right.
What?
We're looking for creatures and things as we enter that intersection space.
I think you can see a little bit farther here.
Yeah, I have a feeling that we're gonna see something just based on, just
Okay.
based on a guess.
Yeah. You do see something. Let's see, and then down this way here. I'm
Also,
just
Esper, did you build this map yourself?
This is not a map of my own.
Okay,
This
I was gonna say
is by a guy that I use a lot of his maps for our campaigns.
Yep.
ZAT Battle Mats. I'm sorry,
Very nice.
ZAT Battle Maps.
Maps.
Go
ZAT
check
Battle
out. Go
Maps.
check them out.
Thank you very much, ZAT. Awesome. Another awesome map of yours.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of doing what I think you could see from where you're at there.
That's fine.
This way, over
Do a space
here.
bar so we can see.
Yeah, I'm getting over. There we go. This reddish that I'm starting to show, you can see there is a wall of fire right there.
Got it.
And heat is radiating this way.
Yep.
So
So
just
don't
to
get too
refresh
close.
everyone,
Yeah.
walls of fire, not only if you walk through them do they burn you, but
If you
one
get
side of
close.
them radiates heat. So this is
Yep.
the radiating side, and it can burn you if you're near to it.
That's fine.
And then you see
You know which way not to go.
I think we should go to the left side. Well, I guess I'd be saying right side, but I'm just gonna say left for simplicity.
What is
I-
that straight ahead on the floor?
straight ahead.
It looks like the lava's cracking up through the floor in there.
Oh, it
This
does,
right
yeah,
here
okay.
in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like maybe a little bit of reddish light where if you were to like break open the floor right there, there'd be lava under the surface.
I
don't
think we should go to the left. It seems the safest option.
Yeah. Well, I think we should go down a little further and see what we can see.
Well, of
Right.
course. Yeah.
Which is to say, go about 20 feet downward, Esper,
Right.
and see if we get any better angle.
Well, let's
Is that-
go a little bit to the left though, so that we're far away from the radiating heat.
I mean, we're in the middle. There's heat on both sides of us.
Right.
True.
But yeah, since out of character, my instinct, of course, is to go down the straight ahead hallway, just
Yeah.
because it looks like it connects with the other one, so we can
That's
see.
kind of where I was going. Like, I just wanted to see if we could see where that's a dead end, where
Right.
to our.
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah.
So what's
The effect of the wall of heat is if you end your turn within 10 feet of the
Yeah,
the
so,
hot.
so we're pretty safe here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
which
Alright,
is
so
why
you-
I didn't go there. Yeah.
You see this wall of fire there, and then this way. Okay, I'm doing that kind of fast, so
It's okay. Well,
Yeah,
we'll get
yeah. Yeah, it seems like those two. It's like a little center area that are connected.
Okay. Why don't we go
Straight.
straight and then curve around it? Yeah.
That's my thoughts too. Yeah. See that?
So Esper, we're going like one
Like
square
this?
to the right. Yep, and then down. Yep, exactly.
okay. You
Take
start
us to the
heading-
corner. Yeah.
Yeah, you start heading this way, and there is a sound up ahead. It's very similar to what you had heard before, a metallic sound of something moving ahead of you.
When you
I'd
say
like-
ahead of us, do you mean
Yes.
around the corner?
it's going to be. Can you see this arrow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's down this way, and I'd like
Yeah.
everyone to make initiative checks.
All right.
Oh boy.
Here's
Yeah.
where we leave Vapor behind.
Bye, Vapor. Have fun in the fire pit.
15.
19.
All right. My streak is over. That's a 10.
Wow, I rolled terrible. I only got a 9.
I'm not the last one.
Wow, I'm the last one. Yeah, I have rolled terrible on that dice.
Nice dungeon.
Okay. Who
Okay,
has the highest?
So the highest is it goes Aygir with 23, Vapor with 15.
No, the 23 was a acrobatic.
Oh, I'm sorry, Walykos with 19, Vapor with 15,
15.
Aygir with 10, and Adriel with 9.
19 Walykos, 15 Vapor,
Aygir 10. Adriel
Aygir 10,
And Adriel 9.
and Adriel 9. Yep. Okay. So you've heard a metallic sound of some creature
Yep.
ahead, not far away. And Walykos, what do you do in this situation?
So I've got 45 feet of movement. I'm gonna scout it out real quick. Give me to the corner. That's probably about 10 feet, I would say, maybe at most.
Probably 5 feet, right?
I would say that's more like 5.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know how far, but Esper, keep a running total.
Yeah.
So that was
so
8.
what do I
looks
see?
like.
5. Yeah.
Do I see the creature?
You don't, but your suspicions are
Is that it's there?
The layout is
So,
were accurate.
give me just enough to see down the southern what looks like it got drilled through hall,
It's broken. It's structurally just completely devastated. All right, so you've moved 30 feet total. When you get a
30
good
feet total.
view,
All right.
a good view down this way, and
Do I see the creature?
yes, you certainly do.
Excellent.
Let me
Give
see
me
what else. Might
zoom in.
Yeah, I'm just like figuring out what all you might be able to see.
Is that about
Here.
a
A
what is it?
Balrog.
A Balrog.
It's not a Balrog.
We delve too
Snow is
deep
beyond
into
us.
Riddle.
We need a wizard. We need a wizard.
Sorcerers won't work, yeah.
Corgaine's like in the distance, like, maybe that was a mistake sending them there. I really don't know shit about that place.
So you can see an extent of stuff this way, and
Nice.
we'll get back to that later. You
Yeah,
see a creature that looks like a construct of a dragon.
Ooh,
It is
medium
it's
size.
rusty. It's medium sized.
Good.
It's rusty. It's still functional, but it looks like it's not in great condition.
Okay. So I've used
And
30 feet of movement, is what I heard. Yes.
Yes.
Does it seem to have noticed me? If I were to say
Yeah.
move back immediately, it's already seen me.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Its head moves to track me. Got it.
It's like,
Mhm.
pointing like in your direction, aware that there's someone walking around down here.
Makes sense. I am going to go ahead and shoot with my heavy crossbow at it. So let's see if I can do better than last session, because oh man, that was bad. Oh yeah, way better. 24 to hit.
Your crossbow bolt strikes the creature.
And 8 piercing damage, I guess, from a crossbow bolt.
It works pretty well, actually. This thing is rusted out pretty bad. And you, like the crossbow bolt, bores a chunk through it.
I'm then going to use my last 15 feet of movement, because I have a 45-foot move speed, to get me back. And I'm going to say to the others, not too like screaming it, but like loud enough just so that they can hear me. There's some sort of mechanical dragon down here. Be ready, it's coming. And that's where with my object interaction, I want to get my dagger in hand. So
Dagger in hand, okay. And then
I'll reload the crossbow, just hold it in my other hand and pull out the dagger.
Yeah.
That bonus action for the reload. Yeah.
Okay. Vapor.
Okay.
Thank you now.
I don't know if I can get 30 feet of movement down there.
Not
try?
want to.
I don't think I will, so I'm going to go to the corner at least.
Okay. There's 20 feet.
And I think he's just going to ready a spell and hold on to it. And the trigger is if whatever comes out of the tunnel and he sees it, it's going to be the trigger.
So just when
What's
you
the
see
spell?
an enemy. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the spell?
Stormbolt. Because he doesn't know exactly what's coming out of the tunnel.
Yep.
So no point in wasting anything
I mean,
right off the bat.
it's probably made of metal.
Yeah. And I have my 2 dice.
So Vapor, you cast Stormbolt, you hold the crackling charge in your hands, and you can just loose that.
And he's doing the finger guns as always.
Oh gosh.
Let's be clear, that's a finger gun
Aygir.
spell.
Aygir.
All right, Aygir does something very similar but slightly different. He will, noticing that the paths connect, run behind that big block of stone, such that he'll come out, to the left of it.
You're going this way?
Yes, he'll go as far as 30 feet gets him, preferably to within 60 feet of the thing. Although, does it? Where does 30 feet of movement?
Yeah, it's exactly 60 feet.
Okay, perfect.
But can he see it from there? Because there is a wall.
There's some blockage. We can see a little bit of it.
Okay.
He will then, though, hoping he'll still hit anyway, extend out his integral sword part of his armor and fire off a storm bolt at it.
Nice. It indeed is metal, so
All right.
you may roll with advantage.
I'm 20'd out. Let's watch for some ones. And actually, that was a 19 and a 2 on the dice, so that says something. Namely, it says that attack is a 24 to hit.
Most certainly a hit.
All right. Damage-wise, it's going to be 7.
7. Got it. That seems effective. The creature, again, is in bad shape already. Rusted out, old, in disrepair. It's been kind of cooking a little bit in the fire. And that it seems like between that storm bolt and the crossbow bolt, you've already put a significant amount of damage on this creature. Doesn't look like it's going to hold up well under your assaults. Aygir. Adriel.
Aygir gets
the other A-name character, Adriel.
Yeah, you know what? I think I'll I'll just go up to where Aygir is as well, actually. I think I can get there with like 30 or 35 feet of movement.
Okay.
And I guess
Yep.
before I actually peek out there, I will do a bonus action like around the corner to hide, just see so I can maybe get advantage.
Yep. Go for it.
Oh my god, I'm rolling so bad. It's a 15. But
22 perception.
okay, so I'll just use my attack.
The creature has a slight fiery glow in its eye, and it gazes at you.
I will shoot my my short bow at it. How far away is it? I don't know if I'll have disadvantage or not.
60 feet.
Okay, so that's just normal, I think, right? Just a normal roll.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, there's an actual good roll. That's a 20, unnatural.
You hit the rusty clockwork dragon with great skill.
No sneak attack though. Feels bad. But max damage. 10 damage.
The arrow penetrates the creature, cracks a crucial part of its structure, and it collapses.
Yes, I have killed more creatures. Yes,
Adriel the kill stealer.
I really have.
Yeah. I'm about to say we have a kill stealer on the team.
Those ranged attacks. All right. I assume we're out of combat initiative, Esper, or do you want to keep us?
Yeah. Once I get it down,
we are still into the initiative.
once I take it down, though, I'll call and say, "I think I got the mechanical dragon."
It is the poor man that keeps track of what he has killed, and the wise rich man that keeps track of what he has made.
Well, perhaps we should let Vapor go in there then and find out himself.
Perhaps we should let you go in there and find out.
Okay, I am doing a thing, so just bear with me here.
Yep, you're fine.
Everyone make perception checks.
Perception.
It's not my
13.
best.
16.
Flat 14.
Unnatural 20. I love how I roll. Oh.
Adriel is the only success, and Adriel, you hear a quiet, metallic, scrapey, slithery noise. Again, quite quiet.
Do I know the direction?
You do hear it ahead, somewhere ahead, not nearby. So down
Down there somewhere.
beyond the rusty dragon thing. And then everyone hears the sound of footsteps, kind of heavy footsteps crunching along. And actually, you might start to see, or maybe perhaps not. Okay.
Question.
So according to Adriel, there's not just one thing down there. There's two.
Okay,
down there somewhere.
that's what I was going to ask, if I could let my party know about that. Yeah.
Very well. And what
And
else?
if I have movement at the end of my turn, by the way, I don't know if I did. Did I have
you went my
full 35? Okay.
Your 35, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So who's up now, Esper?
I think we're just back up at the top with Walykos.
Okay. So where are the footsteps coming from? The things that we all heard.
For
Ahead, beyond
still
the
down there?
rusty dragon.
Gotcha. Can you zoom in so I can get a better just sight of where Walykos is? Thank you. Walykos is going to move to the further side of the hull, like the break, down up against the wall. Yep, exactly there. And look down the tunnel to see if he can spot the other creature. How much movement was that? 20, 25?
23.
Okay. Do I see anything?
Okay. You are not seeing this other creature. Not yet,
That's
at
fine.
least.
Okay. I'm going to continue moving. I have 15 more feet. Can that get me to the other corner further to the left? Or is it too far? If it's too far, leave me where I am.
Okay.
And I'm just going to ready an action with my crossbow to shoot.
Okay. You have the crossbow at the ready.
Mhm.
Maybe have your dagger in your teeth.
Yeah, I'll just do whatever. Yeah.
Vapor.
Okay. I definitely know I don't have the movement to go far. Move me to the other side of the tunnel, but the upper portion of the hallway. Does that make sense?
Like over here? Whoops. Like over here?
Yeah, exactly like right there.
All right. So you go over there. You got 30 feet of speed?
Yeah.
Okay. You make it to there.
Yeah, that's fine. I didn't expect I was going to get very far, and then we'll just keep his spell at the ready.
All right. So really what you do is you recast it or recharge it in your hand. Since it's a cantrip, you can do that without burning spell slots, of course.
Makes sense.
And you are ready for whatever might show itself. What about
Mhm.
Aygir?
Alrighty. I will. How far does 30 feet get me? I'll be running towards the ahead.
Get you pretty close with Walykos there.
All right. Although I'd like to ideally be to the left behind the wall. So
How about that?
basically directly behind. Yeah, exactly. And I will ready a storm bolt there.
Okay.
Sword pointed
Similar
out.
to Vapor, you've got your crackling spell charged up and ready to go with these plodding, heavy footsteps crunching on the stony rubble and bits of broken gravel. And Adriel swears there's something else quieter scraping along. Speaking of Adriel, it is your turn.
Am I able to get to that bottom left corner that Walykos was trying to get to before? I don't know if 35 movement will get me there. If not, I'll go somewhere else, but I'm curious if I can make it to there.
All right. So 30 is there.
Yeah. Okay, I'll just get You know what? I'm actually going to go right behind Vapor, but around that corner. If that makes sense, yeah. Where I can peek out, yeah. And I'll take the hide action for my bonus, and for my action, I'll just ready a shot.
Okay. So you've got a shot at the ready.
My hide was a 17 stealth.
17? Okay. So just remember that. The sounds of footfalls grow closer and louder. It's you're hearing it around this way, everyone.
That
Whatever it
makes
is
sense.
coming over there.
It's probably one of the big ones. I'm gonna. Is it my turn?
It is almost your turn.
Okay.
It is. Yeah, Walykos, go for it.
I think it's another one of those big ones coming, and we shouldn't underestimate it. Let's move back a little bit, keeping line of fire on that corner when it comes around, so it can't immediately grab one of us.
Yes, let us not get close to it.
That being said, Walykos is going to hold his position, ready in a bow shot. That way, other people have a chance to retreat first, because he's pretty sure in his speed that he can get away. So I'm not moving. I'm readying if I see an enemy, because I can still see down whatever paths I can.
Walykos remains at the ready with his crossbow in hand, looking warily and vigilant. Vapor, what have you?
Vapor,
coming down this
remembering the
wall.
last time he was super close to one of these little buggers, or massive buggers, is actually going to go to the far corner of the upper area. So right before it curves up. So just move him back 30 feet. No,
okay, up here?
No. And stay. So the way that he came, just go back that direction 30 feet.
So go to the right 30 feet. No, to the
No, to the right.
To the right 30 feet.
To the right 30 feet. Okay. Like that.
Yeah, right there is perfect.
And continue holding the Stormbolt?
Yeah, and he's recharging it, and as soon as something pops around, he's going to shoot. And this is also letting them keep an eye, make sure nothing sneaks up behind them now.
That's also why I didn't move, because I figured the sneaky thing might use this small tunnel.
Okay, so yeah, you take a glance. Everything seems as you last saw it up that way. Aygir, what have you?
All right, well, do something not terribly unique, and I will move to essentially right behind where Adriel is, taking advantage of that cover, but pointing my charged sword around the wall, peering out with a readied Stormbolt, ready to go for anything that comes too close.
Okay. You hold the lightning spell at the ready, wary for danger. Adriel?
Don't worry, Adriel. I am not the type to stab someone in the back.
Adriel will stay where he's at and continue. He'll just stay in his hiding spot and ready his. I'm trying to think. Oh, can I do anything else? Let me think. Not really. Yeah, no. I'm just gonna just ready my action. I got a pretty good roll on my hide, so I think I'm good there. I don't think I do anything else. Yeah, so I'll just ready my short bow.
All right. So you've all got yourselves positioned. You're ready to take a shot as these thumping footsteps come louder and closer. And shortly after something comes into view, it comes into view. There we go. You see a roughly humanoid shaped figure made of stone, brass, steel. It seems to be in good repair and is, it's not broken down and rusty.
Those
like
double shields.
Dragons. It bears two bulky shields, and it clicks and whirs with clockwork innards.
Mm-hmm.
And its heavy steps smack along the broken bits of of wall and floor, and
Bang.
Vapor and Walykos, your shots go
Yep.
shooting towards it, streaking towards it.
Let's see how
Now, I just want to check. Am I going to have an advantage because it does have metal parts on it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
seems legit. It's
I
close.
just want to make sure.
No, you're right. 18 to hit.
Okay, that's
18
actually not
is
good.
a
I
hit.
hope 18. Yeah, I was like, if 18 doesn't hit, this thing's going to be real tough.
I got a 12, unfortunately.
12 does not hit.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Only 5 damage, unfortunately.
Your crossbow bolt strikes the thing straight on and just kind of shatters along its chest and
Yeah.
doesn't affect it.
So it
And then
seems
the
immune?
storm bolt,
Yeah.
it seems immune to
Yeah.
the weapon. And the storm bolt, it raises a shield and blocks, repelling the lightning.
Great. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and reload my crossbow. Then
It's not
put
your
my...
turn. It's not your turn.
Oh
It's
yeah,
not.
you're right. Thank you.
The thing approaches you.
Satyr's ploy.
Wait, can Adriel see it now that it's in that position?
Yeah. So why don't we do their shots first and then the Satyr's ploy?
All right.
Do
So
I have it? Do I have advantage with with my hiding spot?
Yes, you do.
Sneak attack.
And Aygir advantage for attacking a creature made of metal, or at least partially made of metal.
I don't think my short bow is going to do anything because it seemed to bounce off for Walykos, but get my reaction.
It's either a threshold of damage, but that's not really.
It might also just be like RP, right? Like it might have still done damage, but just like shattered because it's metal. All right.
It could be. Yeah.
Natural. Okay, I got a 1 and a natural 20.
And a incredible shot. Alas, it does not damage the creature.
You're a bad person.
Your arrow turns to splinters against it.
I feel like I hit it right between the eye too, and it just shatters. I kind of curse under my breath.
It was a valiant effort.
I feel like we may not be properly equipped for this. Yeah.
all right, that storm bolt is going to be a
We got magic.
21 to hit.
I mean,
21 is a hit.
Can they do enough damage? That's the question.
Can they? I don't know. That one does 6.
All right. It takes the 6 lightning damage, and it keeps chugging along. Let's hear a Satyr's ploy. What's happening with this?
Ploy. All right. So Satyr's ploy now is a little bit different. I don't make a check. You make a dexterity saving throw or fall prone.
Nat 3 on the die, so I'm sure it falls prone.
Oh, it falls prone. And then whether or not that succeeded or failed, I make a melee weapon attack and then move up to half my speed without provoking opportunity attacks. So I go ahead and this is with my dagger, so I doubt it's going to change, but does a 15 hit it even?
Is that with advantage for it being prone?
Oh, no, that's not with advantage. Good call. Does a 25 hit it?
25 is a hit. You stab your dagger,
Yeah.
and it just makes a clinking noise, and there's a tiny little chip out of your dagger blade. It does not affect the creature.
That's fine. I knocked it prone, which will slow it down, and then I get to move half my speed, I think, right? Half your speed without provoking. So do you round up or down for
Down.
this, Esper?
Yeah, everything's rounded down in D&D unless it specifies otherwise.
Move me 20 feet towards Vapor so that we're not all clumped together in one easy place. Yep.
Okay, so you trip the thing and deftly leap back like a satyr.
Mhm.
How appropriate.
Yep.
And the next thing that happens is stuff. Give me 1 second.
It's fine. So we have something that's completely immune to half our attacks. This is going to be a fun fight.
My natural 20 was eaten, and I'm gonna kill this thing for that very reason. I have a grudge now.
Oh, uh-oh.
Oh, is that the thing? Is that the thing,
Okay.
Adriel? Is that the thing Adriel heard?
It's not supposed to be visible.
Oh,
I had the wrong monster set to invisible. Oh, damn it. I'm like, why was the stony guy invisible? Oh, that's why. Okay. Adriel, you hear something slithering around over there.
If only we
everyone
knew
else-
where it was.
Everyone else just pretend you saw nothing.
I'll pretend if I saw nothing if my natural 20 hits. Okay. I think that's fair.
I guess, whatever. Let's just have the thing dash. I've blown its cover, so it's kind of cheesy. All right. So,
I mean, it's either gonna come out or not. Yeah.
there we go.
Does it see me though?
It
Like,
looks
does it know
like
I'm there?
it looks like this. Yes, it's aware of all of you. It is a segmented construct that resembles it's supposed to resemble an eel. This is MIRRORMOURN. Let me go to my notes real fast.
Can we?
What's
zoom in on it?
there's a name for that eel. Okay, I'll get back to you on it, but it resembles that eel thing that we've talked
It
about.
sounds like Conger, but it's not.
Wait,
Yeah,
so-
Yeah.
Congor.
And
Yeah,
as for
Conger,
Conger
yeah, that's what
eel.
it was, yeah.
Yeah.
and it is aware of me.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
all of us. Okay. Just make sure.
Yes. And we go to Walykos now.
Okay. Walykos,
That's the thing I heard, Walykos.
I suggest we don't get stuck here. I'm gonna reload my crossbow and shoot it, and then I'm gonna retreat. So,
All right.
yeah, I guess I will shoot it. Only a 13.
13 does hit.
Oh,
Really?
However, that
No
is the
damage.
same immunity. Yep.
Happy you.
Your crossbow quarrel reduces to splinters upon the thing.
I just moved 45 feet back the way I came.
Well, we still might be able to hit it with like blades and stuff.
No, I just tried my blade on the other thing. It's non-magic it's immune to it. Which
It does indeed appear to be immune to
Yeah.
non-magical damage.
that is really rough since
Mm-hmm.
we haven't gotten a chance to pick up any sort of magical weapon.
Yeah, we
One
got
for yourself.
no
Yeah,
magic
speak for
weapon
yourself.
imbuement.
Yeah, you have
yeah.
magic. You should give the martial people some magic weapons.
Absolutely, magic weapon imbuement. Yes, I have that. Yes, that's the thing. Yes.
Yo, give it to
Very
us.
much so.
We need
Walykos,
it.
are you moving?
I
It's
did
not
say
that
I
I
was
can give
moving
you,
45
but I have
feet.
it.
Yeah, he's supposed to be moving back 45 feet.
All right. You are an expedient one.
I figured this will give the others further to run to.
hmm
They can-
Vapor.
Yeah.
Okay. Are they within 10 feet of each other in any which way or form? The two combatant creatures.
They might be 15 feet away. Yeah, they're 15.
Shit. There goes that idea.
But they look like they want to be closer. Like
well,
this. No, seriously, like this thing looks like it's trying to get it. And it's like it wants to get up there. It's like looking
Yeah.
in that way and it's starting to go. It's maybe on its turn it will.
Well, it's prone, so I would shoot
Yeah.
at the one that's up.
Yeah, so he's just going to fire a stormbolt at the one that's up currently.
Get
The
your-
snake thing.
All right.
Okay, so does a 19 hit?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
All right, and that's. I want to say D8. Okay. Oh, that's max damage.
Nice.
8.
Yes,
8. All right. You.
because I'm not adding
zap-
anything else on with cantrips, I believe.
Yep. You zap it for 8. Seemed pretty effective.
All right. And move me up 30 feet.
Yeah. Good call. Who comes after you? It's Aygir.
All right.
Aygir, you got anything in that bag of tricks of yours?
How far did I witness this serpentine one moving?
It seemed to move at a 30-foot speed like a regular person.
Just ran.
Okay, so not absurdly fast, but not slow. And what does it look like? It just looks like a metal snake.
Yeah, a segmented metal eel thing with some tines on it, and it has fangs and there might be a little drip of something alchemical on those fangs.
Okay. So this is nasty if it's up close, huh? My heroic gut says melee, but my survival instinct says Stormbolt and then flee.
I think you should listen to that.
Stormbolt being with advantage against this entirely metal snake, correct?
Yeah.
Alrighty. I like that. Much better than I like. Ooh, and an 18. So close to a 20, but not. I'm all 20'd out. For 8 damage.
Woo! Good shooting.
And then I will flee 30 feet to my direct northeast on that map. Up and to the right. Yep.
Everyone complained about Adriel running away last time, and he's the last one to run this time. I see how it is.
Aygir blasts the thing with a minor lightning spell, seemed effective, and runs that way, avoiding lava pits and getting away from the creature simultaneously.
Adriel, try to keep up.
Oh, don't worry, I'm much faster than you. I will bonus action disengage and then action dash.
Woo!
So that's 70 feet of movement.
Oh yeah, I guess there's no point in attacking. Yeah.
Nope. Yeah. Yeah, and once I get there, I'm gonna say, "Hey, Aygir, try and keep up."
Aygir, do you have a magic weapon imbuement?
You're
on
mute.
mute.
I know I am. I was looking for the mute button. My special weapons that are tied to my armor, those do thunder damage. I also do have an infusion that is enhanced weapon, though I'm not currently using that.
Yeah,
I'm using my enhanced armor, and then I maybe in hindsight, foolishly, I replicated a wand of secrets to be able to detect secret doors.
Well, that's a cool thing to detect. All right.
It'd be nice if we had magic weapons.
I don't think it's
But alas, you can't have it all. All right, so the creatures now are, continuing along in emotionless metallic pursuit. All right, ready for a cobra? An eel bite.
Not really. That's why I ran away.
I find this hilarious because Aygir said try and keep up. Adriel got away, and now the thing attacks Aygir.
18 to hit.
It either does or it just barely doesn't. It does.
The fangs deal 9 piercing damage to you.
Ouch.
And make a Constitution saving throw versus poison.
Okay. I do got that. That's a 22.
22 is a success. There's a nasty, tingling, stinging sensation, but you stave off the worst of it. And this one here is in a dash, and it indeed wants to be close to its ally. Here we are.
No, it was
Walykos.
prone though. Didn't have to give up half.
Oh, yes, it was prone. It was
So
prone.
the dash would only make it move normal speed.
No, don't. No, if he's both there, I can shatter him.
Well, it's gonna use everything it can to get there. It just,
Yeah.
Okay, that's as far as it can get to.
which just
So-
means less opportunity attacks on Aygir
Okay.
Yeah, one
Yeah.
less threatening Aygir.
if he wants
Walykos.
to. Yeah.
We're back
Um,
to you.
My wonders are not so wondrous. Let's see. I do have one which might do something. Let me just read it real quick.
The wonders are quite wondrous, but they don't have magic attack.
No, but there's one. It's such a waste, though.
I mean, if it helps Aygir, it might be useful though.
Yeah, let me just check my other one real quick. So this one. They don't have any possessions on them, I take it.
The shields on the
But it's actually actively using the shields. So-
yes,
I
Yeah,
wouldn't be able to steal
quite-
those from it.
quite connected.
Yeah.
Maybe the
no,
key in the back.
That's fine. I'm just going to move and reload my crossbow, move and Like, just get past. Like, there's really nothing for me to do.
It's honestly probably better just to dash away.
Yeah, I'm just gonna dash.
Yeah.
Well, I will move 45 feet and show me where that gets me. I don't think I need to go further than that. I'm just going to take the dodge action.
That's fair.
You take a defensive position and wait to see what happens.
Actually, could you put me in front of, because I don't want to get pushed right up against the lightning area. Put me in front of Adriel. Yeah.
Walykos, I think we need to get out of here. None of my attacks are working.
Neither are mine, but we can't just abandon them. We need to come up with a new plan, whether it's push them into the lava or what.
I sort of scoff a little bit, but like realizing that we probably shouldn't leave them behind, like even though we could.
As you guys are talking, you may be able to hear Vapor start chanting his next spell.
Oh.
Go for
And
it, Vapor.
it's this long chain, and it ends with him just bringing his hands together in a downward clap motion as he casts Shatter on them.
Get him, Vapor.
Which I think is going to do extra damage.
Oh yeah, it's doing They also have disadvantage on their check because they need to make a Constitution saving throw, and they have disadvantage because they are made out of inorganic material, I believe.
They certainly are.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
They do, however, have an innate magic resistance, so that will cancel out the disadvantage. But they don't have advantage.
So it'll just be normal.
I'm
So
just
it's,
curious,
normal.
what's the CR on these things, Esper, after the fight? Tell me later.
15.
All right.
All right.
We
first
already
I'm
be
gonna
dead.
First, I'll write it on your gravestone. All right. This is for the Iron Eel. Nat 20.
Yeah.
And on the Stony Shield Bearer, 14.
Damn it, that just barely passes.
Is it half damage at least?
Yeah, it'll be half damage.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm dropping 3d8. Give me 1 second to grab a couple more d8s.
Yeah.
Okay, so that will be... So it's going to be 10 points of damage already halved.
It's pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, that is pretty good. Actually, that was the most effective offensive thing so far. A blast of elemental thunder erupts around the constructs. They do resist it some due to their innate resistances and toughness, but still, it was effective.
All right, and then he's going to make a 30 feet run up.
Yeah, pull them back up here.
Okay. I think we go to the creatures now. That we do. All right. Did Aygir got some?
Aygir hadn't gone yet. Yeah.
Sorry. It's Aygir then Adriel.
Just so you can't
those
keep
A names.
punching him when he hasn't gone to retaliate.
Yeah.
All right, he will.
What do you do with your action?
He will disengage and he will run behind the other three.
I think that's probably a smart action.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it apparently has some kind of poison, and he ain't about that poison.
Alternatively, you could dodge and still run, and that way for the rest of the turn, you'll be...
True,
Yeah.
but also, like I said, he'll run behind the other three, or does 30 feet not get him behind the other three?
That's
Doesn't get
30 feet, and then also they're backed up against a chunk of
Okay.
fallen wall. I guess you could climb on top of it. But
It's
that's
fine.
just 30 feet.
Nah, it's fine.
And then as a bonus action, he will give himself back his 3 temporary hit points.
Charge up your shield. Yeah.
Very well. Adriel, what of you?
I have a question. So I was reading the dodge. I know technically it says dexterity saving throws, but I'm trying to think: is it possible to like take an action so that I can get advantage on the save against the trap?
That would be the dodge action.
The
no,
trap
but
makes
dodge
an
attack-
attack roll. So if you did
Oh,
dodge,
okay.
it would have disadvantage.
Very
Oh,
nice.
it is an attack roll. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, because I'm wanting to like get past that area and then just
Right.
like stay there.
And
yeah.
if it was a different effect, let's say it just like shoots the lightning bolt spell that's a dexterity save, you'd have advantage on the dex save.
Okay, okay. I just want to. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll use my action to take the dodge, and then I'll use my bonus act, or I'll see how far I get first. So we'll see how far I can get. I'm gonna run past the trap with after using dodge, so I get advantage or it gets
Wrong
disadvantage.
person. That's me.
That's
Oh,
Vapor.
gosh. Sorry
I'm the
about
one
that.
with the mask.
Yeah. Okay, so there's 35 feet is there.
Yep. Did it not attack me?
Well, it has its own turn.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Gotcha. All right, yeah. So I'll get there, and yeah, I could keep going, but no, I'll stay where I'm at just in case they need some extra help. So I'll I guess because my action is the dodge.
Are
I
you
guess
trying to
I'll-
get where you have full cover against the head?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Do I need to do a
Okay,
dash?
you might
to
need
do
to go
that?
up just a little bit more. Okay.
Would I need to dash to do that, or?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll use my bonus action dash then, so I'm in full cover,
Yep.
and that's my turn. Yep.
That works. All right. We have two constructs pursuing you all. Here we go. The iron eel slithers up, and the dual shield stone and brass, and there's probably some steel bits in there too, alongside. First, Aygir, you are.
We forgot to roll on the meta magic or the wild magic.
We did.
Go for it.
And then if you can hit it.
We're good.
Oh, I was like, damn it. That would have been great.
This is a bite attack at Aygir from the slithering one. That's a natural 1. And then the other attempts to slam you. 14 to hit. Probably doesn't do it.
Will not.
All right. You dodge or block that attack. Walykos, what do you do?
So you've said that we can share ally spaces and things of that nature. Yeah.
As long as it makes sense, then that.
Yeah. It's just I want to go through Aygir space without leaving their threat and range.
Why would you want to do that?
Well, because the intention is, I may have to. You tell me. I may have to go behind them to flank. Actually, flanking would make more sense. I'm trying to push with a shove action the snake into the lava.
All right, go for it. Make a strength athletics check.
Athletics check. Yep, I looked up the rules. I have them prepared just so I could be ready for you.
Very nice.
Strength is +1, a 17.
17. Okay, then it's going to make a dexterity.
You can use either acrobatics or
It can be acrobatics or athletics.
Yeah, it's going to go with acrobatics.
it makes
There we
sense.
go.
Yeah.
20.
That's fine. So the shove
It's hard to push an eel around.
Well, I mean, I'm also not particularly great at athletics, but I'm not done yet.
Yeah, well, it was a good tactic.
Yeah. Let's see. I have.
Since we're on this topic of going into the lava, just to kind of reiterate something I briefly mentioned last time, the amount of damage that it would do to someone really depends on
how much
exposure you have. So
when you fall onto the surface, it's like falling onto a rock, kind of, until you sink into it. Yeah.
So if someone just gets, let's say he succeeded and shoved the thing in there, I would say that would be like, as long as the creature just got out of it at the start of its next turn, it would be like a quick exposure. It would hurt, but it wouldn't be like instant death.
Yeah, it doesn't die instantly. It's like a fire.
If something like submerged, like shoved it under the surface and just totally submerged it, that would probably just straight up destroy the thing.
Yeah, I gotcha. Sorry, I'm just trying to find this Paragon thing. The page, there it is. Okay. Bonus action. I am activating, and this will show off your cool epic stuff. The Owl of Night's Lament. So thematically, I don't quite. I have some like reservations about the theme of this particular feature, but you can explain it better than me, Esper. You invoke the spirit of a ghost owl who haunts those who are doomed to a tragic fate. So by doing that, somehow as a bonus action, I call out to one creature within 30 feet of you. They have to make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, I can command the target drop what it's holding, run away as far as possible, or fall prone. On its next turn, it performs that command and does nothing else. If it's directly harmful to the target, it instead does nothing for the turn. So I am going to command the shield guy to run away as far as it can, basically.
Okay. All right.
Wisdom saving throw. And how epics work for the audience, this particular thing is an ongoing effect that can trigger every single turn by spending a bonus action for up to 3 turns in a row. And it does a different effect. It has 3 different effects. It does one of those effects each turn until it's completed. And if I ever stop doing it, then the feature ends. Basically,
that's it. Yeah, you've explained it perfectly. It's a 3-turn consecutive thing as long as you keep doing it.
Yep.
All right, so wisdom saving throw. It's got like a 4. It's totally a failure.
Yeah, it's no good. So
3,
on its
actually.
next turn, it will run away as far as it possibly can without doing anything to completely harm itself.
Well done. Well done, Walykos. If only you would have shoved the thing in the lava, but maybe someone else.
Well, I
over.
was about to say we still have a chance to do that.
Yeah, that opportunity is still there. Vapor, what have you?
Adriel has -1 to strength, so he's not shoving anything.
Okay, so once again, he is chanting up that long spell, and it didn't work
again.
Shatter again, but there's a different tone in his voice. The frustration of the troll's blood is starting to affect him because he needs this. He wants the spell to work because his allies are in danger. He needs this thing to work, so his rage is being built into it as well, just for fanatics. Because I doubt it's going to do any.
I mean, you're getting pushed into the fiery hellhole.
Yeah, the heat's getting him. It's like this. They need to die.
You got this, Vapor. You got this.
I believe.
All right. First, the Iron Eel has an 18, and then the
damage. Yeah,
and then the shield bearer has an 11.
Oh, so there
he
you go.
fails. He fails.
Oh,
Yes. Oh God, yeah. All right, I'm gonna do the damage first, and then I'll roll the wild magic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so that's going to be 21 points damage total. Half will be 10. So the one that succeeded will take 10. The other will take 21 that failed.
That was highly effective.
Yeah.
There's an eruption of thunder that damages both of them.
I imagine
substantially.
kind of like cracks maybe show. Small cracks on the that stone shield might show.
Our spellcaster's coming in clutch right now.
And that's a success. I got a 3 on that.
Blast
for the wild magic.
There is a minor wild magic effect that I'm going to employ based on a super chat by Kinnick. A bit of wild sorceress energy spills over into the lava pool, and a lava head comes up out of it. Been a long time since anyone's come in here. Sick of seeing these damn same things over and over again. Just kill them and get done with it already, why don't you?
What the hell is that?
Hell, it seems my magic is still not under control yet.
Maybe it was a troll head. It was totally a troll head.
Yes, a troll head.
Thank you for the super chat. Awesome.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Aygir, we are looking at you now.
All right, so yeah, it's a real shame that you can't do an alternative to shove that uses acrobatics instead of athletics.
Yeah, I so wish I could do that. That'd be amazing.
I was thinking of ways to do it, like trying to bait the snake out with my shield hand and like grab it and throw it. But
I think the reason you can't is because it would kind of take away an aspect of a fighter, right?
Right, which is why I am just going to try and shove it into the lava with a shove. I am going to, however, spend my inspiration from last session right now. Give myself advantage on it since my strength bonus is average.
Well,
basically average.
Great use of
We'll
inspiration.
see. We'll see. We will see about that. So my athletics check is going to be. It was very nearly a natural 20. It's going to be an 18.
That's pretty good, though.
Yeah,
The
that's really
Iron
good.
Eel has an 8.
Oh,
And you shove the thing into the lava pool where it hisses, pops, sizzles, and is probably defeated. I'll let you roll the damage for it since you went ahead and did the shove thing.
all right. What kind
Roll
of
2d10.
damage? 2d10. All right.
All right, fingers crossed, guys.
Well, let's see. Watch it be double one. This total of 9.
The creature is destroyed.
Ah!
All right.
Adriel's in the back safe.
Yeah.
Like, get him, guys. Yeah.
A damn shame. I had wanted to cannibalize that one for parts.
Well, the other one seems like it might have some parts now. Defeated as well.
Oh, it's running away, right?
Well, it will try to on its turn. Of course, you can take an opportunity attack with your thunderous weapon.
This is true. This is very true.
Adriel, what about you? Do you have anything to add to this scene here?
You just slink back like, yeah, I knew you guys had it.
Yeah, basically. No, I'll. Okay, here's
Fiery troll head comes up out of the lava. Come on, get in there. What are you? A coward?
That's a coward than a dead man. But no, I'll.
Get ahead in life.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Here's a question. This is like a crazy question, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna say no. Is it possible to like? is it possible to like shoot an arrow to like distract the shield one so that when it runs, Aygir will get advantage?
Maybe so. Go ahead and get down there.
Sort of like a help kind of thing. Or I guess like if I could go
you can
down
bonus
there.
action dash, right?
Yeah. Well, here's a question. Actually, could I like bonus action and then just like use the action to help Aygir?
Yeah, the help thing would be your action.
So
let me read a thing, and if it's not like in the rules as written, we'll come up with something on the fly here.
Okay. Because like that's like all I can really do. Like I don't really have another. I think it's better if I help Aygir than attempt to do a strength check.
Okay, excellent. So you are helping distract and otherwise bother the construct.
So the way that I imagine
your next attack, Aygir, will have advantage against the creature.
The way I imagine doing it is like I sort of like dash and I like run up to it and like I pull like my dagger and like my my short sword on. I know I'm not actually attacking it, but sort of just like clinging at it, like with this, like sort of like, hey, over here, like trying to distract it.
Yeah. That I think should work well because it is now running away by the spooky owl command of Walykos.
All right.
Yeah.
And that means
you got this idea.
All right. So that, of course, is just one attack, although, I mean, it's not like I have an action and bonus action to attack with both of the things anyways. So that is going to be not as good as I had maybe hoped, but that'll be a 16 to hit.
You hit it exactly.
Yes! Advantage has helped you.
All right. So sadly, only a D8. That is 7 damage.
Do you not add your modifier?
Oh, that's true. That is plus my intelligence. That is 10 damage.
10 damage. All right. The creature looks greatly. I don't know if wounded is the right term, but it looks like it can't stand. It's not going to be able to stand any more damage.
All right. And now you guys can just harry it because it'll try and come back at you with lightning bolts. Assuming it's not intelligent. I assume it's a construct. It'll probably continue to try and attack us.
Right.
Most likely, yeah.
So that was its turn. It was just running and doing nothing else. Walykos.
Walykos, let's see, my next bonus action. They're pretty much nothing useful at this point. I'll enter my ghostly state. Walykos becomes like ethereal and kind of shimmery, but because there's plenty of light here, I don't think this is a dimly lit area, Esper.
It's bright light. You might be able to find a pocket of shadows somewhere. Here, look, there's some shadows drawn on the map.
Walykos just kind of backs up against the rock and like goes predator against the rock. Where you guys, yeah, you guys. Walykos disappears. He's invisible now, and he makes no sound. And he has a 30-foot blind scent or blind sight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so. That's my bonus action, and then I just ready an action to shoot something, I guess.
Okay.
Just in case.
And Vapor.
Vapor's going to look to Aygir. Shall we go and end this thing?
Well, let's not be too hasty. We don't want to run into any of its friends down there, but yes. Yes, let us do that now.
All right, so Vapor will move his 30 feet. And
Minor wild magic fire troll head pops up out of the lava pit.
Just kill the thing already. What's taking you so long?
Vapor is going to shoot a storm bolt, and as he's firing, he's going to look down at the troll head and go, "What do you think we're doing?" And that will be a 17.
17 is a hit. You blast the thing. Lightning ripples through its form, and it falls.
And you were saying, and he's kind of like standing there, like finger gun pointing at it without looking.
It's got some smoke.
Yes, like smoke is coming out.
Time.
Are there any more?
Vapor is having a
Conversation with
a conversation with himself. His rage ego is talking to himself. Okay, well done. I think this will be the perfect point to pause things for now. You all have acquired a milestone. Great
Nice.
job. And another great session.
Indeed.
Everyone, thank you very much for following along, whether you caught it live or watching it later on, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Indeed. Bye, everyone.
Bye.